there's a button. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night. We are at 7:39. We're like a good
We're
minute
early.
at least early.
We're effectively early compared to how we normally
Yes.
go on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is our chill night. This is when we like vent all of our weekly woes to each other before we
Middle of the
begin.
week, like keeps us sane for Thursday and Friday.
Yep.
Well, it started as just like a game on a Wednesday, and then it turned into like the Wednesday night support group during all this.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yep.
that's right. We
So-
started playing Blades like right before COVID,
Yeah.
and then it just got insane. It was like, cool. What day is it? I don't know.
Man, I remember the generators that were in Legend Keeper and the like
The day generator.
COVID day generator.
Yeah, that's right. It's like
Yes.
it's the Tuesday or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Two-third day.
Yeah,
Two
yes.
thirty.
Good times. So hey, High Shelf Gaming. We're gonna be playing some Red Markets tonight. You guys know us. Chat. Dom.
You know us. You
Taylor.
love us.
We see you in the chats. We see you. We know you're there. You can't escape. So yeah, we're gonna be doing this tonight. We have a lot of cool stuff going on. On every other Thursday night, we are playing Urban Shadows, which this week we are not playing Urban Shadows. Instead, there's gonna be some stuff happening over in the con save. Right?
Yep. Tomb of
Okay.
Annihilation.
Yeah, Tomb of Annihilation is happening on the con save. So all y'all watching should go check them out tomorrow night. And then on Saturday, I don't know if we have anything formally planned on Saturday. I wanted to do. What's up? What you think?
I was thinking like this can just be the free game night for at least the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
So like, because like I said, for me personally, we still have that Cyberpunk mission to finish up.
That's right.
So
That's right. Yeah, easy enough to finish that up. And I'd like to do another Crash of the System.
yeah,
I'm kind of experimenting with what it's going to be like to game now that we don't have a third adult in the house to help with children stuff. So I think this Saturday would be too soon for me to bank on me running a game. But future Saturdays, once we get our process nailed down, perhaps, or not. Maybe it won't. Maybe nothing will work. Who knows, right? I'm in a world where planning for the future is just not possible. So the world I don't like. Gen Con hangs in the balance, all based on Delta numbers. Pisses me off. That's my
Yeah.
Nice. We could have had a
well.
nice, quiet, mellow convention.
could have
And
been
then
great.
the world. That's
Could have been great. And then I realized, oh yeah, I'm banking on all those like weirdos in high school that are now full grown adults to make the right decision. They couldn't make the right decision back then.
Mm-hmm.
So
Counting on him now.
remember September. There are
yeah.
people out there who think that. Just remember.
Oh
that.
yeah. What month did the year start in? September.
I have zero faith. You're seeing a broken man here today,
Yeah.
chat, where I am thinking, Red Market sounds like actually a lovely vacation.
Just step up, because all the idiots are dead.
It's just
Well,
I don't know about that, y'all. A bit much.
I don't think we want to go that
Much.
far.
You had to.
not
Well,
all
yeah,
of them.
you have to be.
Some
You
of
have to
them have
be.
a ton of money.
You have to be
Mhm.
above a certain threshold of some kind to have not been
That's
eaten,
true. That's true.
right? I don't know what that threshold is, but there's some threshold somewhere out there.
at the current numbers. It's there's a lot of people that would have been bitten.
Oh,
Yes.
the planet would have been exterminated by now.
There's a lot of people
Easy.
who would have denied that zombieism exists and would have
Yeah,
insisted
still
on
gone-
the
still
right
gone.
to be bitten intentionally. Yes.
Yeah,
It's like that
yeah.
comic. That,
They go to biter parties where it's like, oh, we got a zombie. She's gonna bite all of us. Ooh.
And that's how we ended up with 10 more victors on Elm Street.
That's
Vectors
right.
on Elm Street.
Somebody had a victor party. I
Mhm.
don't believe in victors. I'm just gonna smash my face with this vial of blight.
Goo. It's just like slime from Nickelodeon.
Mike, can all the meek
Same
just
thing.
be zombie deniers?
Yes.
Can they
See,
all
I
just
need
be
a
zombie
Jake.
deniers?
I need a Jake Paul in this that I can kill.
No. The meek can't. There are when they talk about the different groups of believers in the book,
Yeah.
one of them is a group they call the Lalas, last asshole left alive, and they just
Yes.
believe things like that. They're like, yeah, no,
Okay.
we're here. We're still sitting around the house, and I get up and I drive to work every morning. and then I drive home.
Hmm.
But we don't believe that there's, anything going on. And by
Like-
we,
I
I
love-
mean
I
I'm the
love
only
that.
person still alive in my house.
I
but,
love that
like,
group name, the Lalas, last asshole left alive.
Oh yeah, they talk about like
use that. I'm gonna use that going forward.
they're like teachers that'll like just get up every morning and drive to school and teach to a classroom filled with like skeletons or like I don't know
Yeah.
pumpkins stacked up. I don't know.
in one
And
of
then
the
there's
in one of the module books that they have
there.
for it, where they have a setting and they have some stuff in it, they have a faction in an area that it's like they're not completely la, but they still believe that like the county police are like still like they still act like they're in charge, like they're supposed to be stopping people for speeding and jaywalking. It's like, no, you don't.
Oh, okay.
Can't
Hey
wait to
guys,
see that mess.
my child has appeared. Okay, so hey,
Come,
we're
child,
gonna be doing,
appear.
I'm gonna go take care of this children here. You all
Okay.
have fun, and Longbow is being busy. I don't know what he's doing, but he's
So
very
busy. He's just so busy.
So busy.
Things to do.
We've done most of the like upcoming gaming announcements. There's not something
We
there,
have.
check out the Consave channel because there's stuff going
Yep.
on over there.
Mhm.
Or one of our other friends. There's links somewhere, I'm sure. Dex.
But we're back in
yes.
elevation.
Yes, we're back in Elevation playing Red Markets, the giant book.
Got
Yes,
carpal
we went
tunnel
out.
yet? It's been 10 weeks.
I don't know if it's carpal tunnel, but like I got this pain in my shoulder blade when I move my arm a certain direction. Like that's,
Rotator cuff. Yep.
yeah.
Tore it. Just tore it right up.
I need to make sure I'm getting the posture right and the shoulders set before I get deadlifted off the table. Yeah. So yes, we had been hired. The incidentals here had all been hired by Menace, the guy who manufactures combat slingshots in Elevation, to go forth to fetch him new rubber because his supply of rubber was old and dried out and cracking and going to hell. And he had combat slingshots to make. So yeah, y'all went to Pawnee. You hitched a ride with the methed up truckers hauling the sterile DHQS potatoes. You drove through the giant herd of undead that they needed to plow through in order to get their on time bonus. You hung out at the rubber nipple factory, which will never not be funny. Met the family that lived there. They were nice. They're friendly.
Lovely.
Had some,
We got
had some-
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
and Barbara and Mom and
And
Pop.
Barbara. And Mom. But that's less funny.
Yeah.
Their
It's true.
names aren't fun DuckTales jokes.
Exactly. That's
One of them is voiced by Ben Schwartz.
which is appropriate since Pawnee. Okay.
Yes.
See? That's why
Good.
I did it, and not because I just went off on a random different direction tangent. It was totally intentional.
It all comes together. All comes
just nice comes together. But yeah, we got rubber, we got extra rubber. We got to meet some strangers from a different enclave somewhere, crew takers, because of course. And then we left, ate some of these leftover potatoes, and now tonight, it's afternoon, probably a couple days later with all the walking, arriving back home in Elevation. Cranking open the gates so there's enough room for y'all to come back in, hauling your big containers full of raw rubber bars. I assume that's how rubber works. Anyway, yeah, so we get to come home and you'll get to get paid. You get to spend time with your dependents. That's what we're looking for. You get to do stuff in the enclave that you need to do. And I feel bad harping on David, but he's the one who has the Ubik thing consistently. So there's this geofenced message for him when everybody gets back to home. elevation that's been like waiting for everybody to get back to town. There will be another job in the works here.
Oh, lovely.
Uh,
Well, what stuff do we want to sell, guys?
The rubber.
Well, that's taken care of.
Well, I mean, let's settle that first.
Okay.
Don't think we brought a lot else home to sell.
As a player, I thought we had a couple other things like knives and stuff like that, but I might be wrong.
I think he had like Dewey's
a
shotgun
or
and
something.
something
Yeah.
else. Like there was a couple pieces of gear from people that had been out there that you had managed to scoop up that you could hawk.
I guess all of us would wander over there to sell this, get payday.
Cool.
So,
yeah, so you can head back over to Menace's shop.
And you guys just
Go.
give me my. Can you guys just find me later and give me my pay? I want to go check on Puck.
yeah, I'll give it to the
Fair
preacher.
enough.
All right. Martha's gonna run off.
Yeah, then you can go find like there's a shop kind of downstairs and like up above it, kind of this like rickety second level sort of apartment-y type space, which is where Menace lives and like builds his stuff. You're able to go back and see him there. And I forget what awful accent he had, other than I think he was like
Super
attempted at
country.
somebody for
It was super
something totally
like
offensive to
mountain,
somebody,
like
I'm sure.
yeah, it was like super mountain country, West Virginia style.
Okay.
So like Rigid would walk up there, knock on his door, and Menace.
Oh yeah, right.
There?
Come on in now. That's like he'll.
There it is. And he'll plop down the things of rubber.
Okay.
Well, it's just supply you for a while, I think.
Like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. It's like opens up the top and like checking on it. It's like, oh, this is good stuff. I'm glad you were able to find this and get it all back here for me.
Well, it wasn't easy, but we're the best. That's what you paid for. Speaking of payment,
Was there more in the warehouse?
Yeah, there was. You guys had extra.
Okay.
We brought what he wanted, and then we brought a couple more home.
yeah, like two more.
But there was like more there to like, if like he could hire more people to go out and get more kind of deal, or do we like cleaned it out?
I think we had it as like at 8 you were cleaning it out pretty much.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would let him know. I was like, that's everything that's in that particular area.
All right. Well, this is good. This will last me a good long time. I appreciate it. Like I see there's more than I even thought I was gonna get out of here. It's like, y'all deserve something extra for that.
I appreciate it.
So I'm sorry, Katrina, you did the math on it before. It was 72 for the job.
72 for the job. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, he will go and he will yeah, he's just gonna do it in ID cards. He's got them in like someplace safe in the back of his place. Like, yeah, I'll stay here for just a second. And he kind of goes back. He rummages around near like some clinking and like like a little lock undoing and stuff like that. And then he will count through, come up with like the 72. Like, oh, and those extras, those are great. I can do some real good with those. Thanks, guys. And he'll give you 6 more bounty.
6 more bounty.
And I see Casey going for it already. Yeah. It was 15 for the original 6.
He'll look at the pastor. Now, Menace, my dude. I appreciate this. You know what? 6 more bounty sounds all right. Just if you have another job, call me first. All right?
Sounds good. That sounds fair, like a fair deal to me. Like reach across and like shake your hand.
And I'll shake it. Though, well, he'll take the stack and hand it to the preacher. Well, if you ever need anything else, let me know. I'll let you get to your work. I got other things to do today.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Yes,
Got a little
sir.
slingshot. Gonna be a new crap showing up down at old Steve's.
I'll come and hit you up, my man.
Like, well, I don't handle the selling them. I wholesale them to old Steve and sometimes to other people in other enclaves. But like, old Steve, got out with the reloading shop.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one guy in the enclave who somehow has like a set of old like ammo reloading gear. Like,
Yeah,
you go see him, he can sit up.
I appreciate it. All right. Have a good day, Menace.
See,
Come on down to the bar and get you a plate of food on me.
that sounds like a deal.
All
I'll
right.
see you there later.
Yes, sir. And he's gonna head on out with pastor and be like, I should have pushed, but I'm tired.
Yeah, don't exactly split 4 ways, but we had a little extra last time too. Sorry.
Get my extra. You said 6 more out of 74.
72 plus 6 for 78 total.
That's 19 each. With 2 left over.
And we had some left over from before. How many was
Yeah.
that, Mike?
Give me 1 second. Just writing down the
In our
78
in our
here.
bank.
Yeah.
Yes, that was 3.
So we can.
So that's 81, which does split 4 ways as 20, and then leaves 1 as extra.
It sounds good.
Mark the crew sheet as 1 extra, and then else disperse.
What how much is dispersed? 20?
20, yes. Okay. Plus whatever magically showed up in your Bitcoin transfer last time. Yeah, so now everybody is back in town. You've been paid for the job. We'll get to spend some time seeing dependents again.
Let's fill
and then
David in
anything
on
else
his
you need to do.
fill David in on his message. The Geoforce message.
Yeah, so there was a geofenced Ubik message addressed to like all of you. Well, it's probably addressed to like you and Rigid mostly, because like your identifiable names, you guys are kind of making deals and stuff like that. Have a lot of connections. But when you come back to town, it is that come see Richter. That one down somewhere. And he runs the elevators to get up to the top of the grain elevators for the ranch hands.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody who wants to take a meeting with y'all. They have a job. They want you that they're interested in you guys for taking.
Oh, nice. We're coming on up. Yeah. Then Longbow will excitedly share the news with everybody that hey, somebody from top of the elevator wants to meet with us. This will be good, right? Big money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, gotta be some good money there.
Yeah, it's good. And so yeah, he'll read off the message so that everybody knows.
All right. Oh, yeah. Here's your cut.
Mm.
And he'll hand you 20.
Thank you, boss. I appreciate you.
And see me in a little bit. I want to talk to you about another deal that I got brewing in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely will do.
So we've talked about it off stream.
Yeah.
Done much with it on stream.
Yep.
That we're going to start switching to doing Will as like at the job level instead of every individual session, because we do short sessions and we do lots of them. That's how we roll. So we're going to reset everybody's will now.
Okay.
Good.
Sure.
Yep.
I mean,
What's
obviously
that?
yes, but as a player, it's like, well, this is dangerous. This
That
is dangerous.
includes the negotiation then too.
But you know what? Honestly, it makes some of the times when we stretch to do our weak spot and soft spot, and then we lose them at the end of that session. It's like, oh man,
Yeah.
I like did a thing. I put myself in danger. I got punished, or not punished, but I experienced some blowback, right? But then at the end of the session, I lost that cool point that I made.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a benefit to this too. So I'm as a player, it's like I gotta remember to grind that.
Just make
That soft
things
spot.
bad for yourself, and you'll get extra.
Yeah.
Extra cookies to spend. Yeah.
That's all I need. More cookies.
Cool.
So
Go.
I was gonna
What you doing?
say, I was gonna go first back to my hobble hole and clean myself up, and I was gonna head to the bar.
Okay. Are you going to visit with Ace at some point there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Process?
visit with A. Yeah.
Okay. Where is Ace at?
I would say Ace is probably working at the bar.
Okay.
I think because you said we came back in the daytime, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he would saunter up and want to go see her first, and be like, he'll walk in and is like, I'm alive. Can't get rid of me yet.
She will set down like the drinks that she has there. She will come and like hug you. She's like, oh, thank goodness. Right. Is that
Boy, I got a story for you.
She's like, oh, do
First-
you? And she's listening, and like it's a small building here, but she's gonna grab those 2 drinks and like take them back to like where a couple of members of Bravo team are like back in a corner, talking. But she's like listening, and she's like kind of like also shuffling around
Right.
doing other stuff there.
And that would be, if there's something I see that needs to be helping, I would help.
Mhm.
Because I'm taking up her time, and it'd be like, so it started off with us getting on top of a semi truck to get a ride.
Oh,
And he'll go, yeah, these guys were coked up, like coked up. It was a wild ride. Almost fell off. Almost died.
like she kind of like she kind of goes a little pale at that commentary.
It wasn't
Oh,
that.
where is my cruiser?
You know.
David, to answer your question in Discord, the 20 is just the payout from the job. It is
But
from
not-
from the guy who hired you for the job directly.
Oh, what about the bounty we had from the field?
No, that is something else.
Okay.
That is not included in that 20.
All right, cool. I'll update my ledger. Thank you.
So he would just go into detail about how, everybody pitched in, and M saved his life, pulling him up off the truck, and then we ran into the Meeks. He'll leave out certain details like the horde in the in the thing. And he's like, yeah, and then with good teamwork, I knew I had a good team. With good teamwork, we got the job done. Unfortunately, we had to walk all the way back. That's why it took us so long. But hey, we're here now. And he'll open up his coat, and he's like, and I got paid. Actually paid.
like, oh, good. I'm very glad to hear that, because like, not the greaser guys, but like one of the people from like who's one of the suppliers who like comes in on the greaser trains through the shipping hands. You've been there was a bunch of Ubik messages that they were getting sent to you while you were away. There's like the supplier on the other end is like looking for 10 bounty, and you can have another will. But
10 bounty for what? They ain't even that great at seeds. All right, tell him I'll send it. Does he want it in crypto or does he want me to mail it to him? Because I ain't going all the way back out to Colorado.
Like, no, they said you had their like bounty coin address already, or otherwise they could give you email
Oh, it's
information
him.
and send a
That's
drone.
fine.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna have to find me a new supplier. This guy's ridiculous. He raises his prices every 6 months on me. So I lose 10 bounty.
you owe somebody 10 bounty by the end of the next job.
Okay. Yeah, he'll be like, look, I'm not gonna pay him right now. He can wait. What's he gonna do? Come all the way out here? I doubt it. He'll get eaten. He's stupid. I think. Maybe. I don't know. I'm stupid and I made it. Forget about it. So he's like, but I got something brewing. I might do us all right. They'll offset that. So we'll see. Don't know much yet, but it's big.
Good.
So
I'm glad to hear it. Glad you made it back safe. Glad you're home.
yeah.
Sit down. Stop wandering around. Hang on, I'll get you something out of the back.
I don't want to take up your time.
And she'll like, kind of hug you again, kiss you on the cheek, and she'll like wander into the back where there's some sort of food around, right?
Yes.
And I think it looks like you're at like 1 in each detachment, stress and trauma right now. So they all just tick back to 0.
Nice. The power of family and friendship has seen me through again. Barely. So yeah, he'll just stay around there, kind of like milling around until one of the group comes and finds him, or until Rigid shows up. Not Rigid, Longbow.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Been a long day. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So I mean, Longbow will eventually have to show up to see Rigid because that's Longbow's only dependent.
Yeah. I'm on my way. I just have to put away my gear. So yeah, if we want to do somebody else's scene first, that's fine too. But yeah, Longbow will be, finding Rigid in the bar as soon as he can.
Okay. Cool.
Martha went immediately to where Sister Chloe stays, because Puck stays with them when Martha's gone, and so she just immediately goes there, tells Sister Chloe and the brother that Deacon will be here soon, but more so she just goes and picks up Puck, like picks him up into a hug, then sets him back down and makes sure that he's okay.
Yeah, no, he's there. He's excited. He's happy to see you back. Like, Brother Avery and Sister Chloe are nice, but like, they make a lot of vegetables. And they're not super big on like, the books that I want to read. They have their books. Don't get me wrong. Their books, they mostly focus on this one, and it's weird and it's interesting, but like,
it has good stories.
Yeah,
We've talked about this.
And then in the sky, the like 7 interlocked wings covered in eyes with 5 wings on it. It's like,
fantasy stories can be whatever
thing.
you want to make of them, really. Just think of it as myth, like the Greek myths we talked about. Anyway, let's go home.
Aegon joke here. That's
yeah. But yeah, it's all coming together. To Blades to Aegon to here, it's just
I'm just waiting on interdimensional traveler Xenon to show up in like just any of these other games.
Yes.
He is the ether that binds all of these together.
Gonna show up in horrific spooky gaming.
I mean,
word keeps crossing my mind again.
but she'll take him back to their place and pull out his favorite canned dinner, basically, and make that and just make sure he's okay and read to him, and whatever he wants to do, Martha will happily do.
Yeah. He's in good spirits. He's very glad to see you back.
Mhm.
He gets. I know you know what you're doing, and I know everybody else is like good at what they do, but sometimes I get a little scared when you go away for that long.
I know this was a long, long trip, but I did get to ride on the top of one of them trucks. The big ones. Rode on top of that. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it was a good job, so it was worth it. But I'm sorry I was gone so long. But I was thinking on the way back, my friend Mr. Longbow,
Mm-hmm.
he's really good with
the one with glasses like me. Well, his are different. But
yeah,
we both
his
wear
are
glasses.
yeah, you both do. So he's really good with a rifle, and I was thinking we could get one of those like smaller ones for you, and maybe could talk to him and he could teach you how to shoot. We've talked about you staying protected and stuff, so I was thinking maybe you're getting to the point where we might be able to do that for you. Is that something you'd want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll talk to Mr. Longbow about it.
This would be great.
Yeah, he will express interest in that. He'll probably also say that, like, one of the other children around that, like, he's mentioned before. It's like, yeah, his dad got him a knife.
Did he?
Yeah.
He just
He
walks
said-
around
he
with
said-
it?
He doesn't walk around with it, but he brought it to show and tell one day, and he said his dad's going to start teaching him how they use the spears on the wall. The fencemen, when they use the spears.
Okay. That's very interesting. Remember what I told you about keeping distant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like handheld weapons are dangerous at best. So we'll teach you how to be far away. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe teach you how to use a slingshot. How about that?
That could be cool.
Clean up for dinner.
Okay. Sit down, wrinkle in time. Go.
Yeah. Or the
Take
Bible,
the
I guess.
The jug of water. It's not actual running water, like what stays with.
Do what we gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like camping all the time.
Great. So I get to clear things.
Yes. Let me look at your thing. So you would go from detachment 3 to detachment 2, and that's the only change you end up having.
I don't get one out of stress.
Nope. It
Whoa.
takes all of them that are filled up, and it does them as columns to clear. So if one's at 5 and one's at 3, and you have one scene with a dependent, then the 5 comes down to 4, and the 3 is still too low to get touched by it as it notches back.
Oh,
So if
It's
you
fine.
spread it out evenly, then you take from multiple.
You have a better chance of, like, knocking it back down when you get home. You also have a better chance of, like, stressing out in any one of those 3 categories. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Good.
Good. That's fun.
good to know. Yeah.
You love to see it.
Who's next?
I think the deacon for like the dependence scene is gonna have like office hours kind of deal.
Okay.
As like because like confession isn't really a thing for like Protestants so much, but like the pastor has like, I'm at like is at church sort of certain hours of the day, and you can just come and talk, whenever. So I think that's sort of his thing, rather than like a big sermon, is just sitting and listening to people when they come and talk, kind of deal. So like anybody who's got a problem that they want to talk about, kind of unlicensed therapy.
I mean, that is the role, right?
That is the role. That is one of the jobs.
Yeah, I think brother Chloe. No, that's two names. Tangled up. Brother Avery and sister Chloe will, like, now that you're back, you're there, you've had a little time to settle in. They'll be like, oh, coming in to see you. Make sure you got back in one piece. You're not hurt. You're doing all right. Oh, it's such a blessing to have you back again, Deacon.
Yeah.
Once you're out there, doing the dangerous things for good reasons. But we do a lot of praying for you to make sure you stay safe out there.
Well, I think the fact that I walked back in is evidence enough. It's like, but he'd be more like, like, but how are y'all? How's things been here? I've been gone a few days. Is everything all right?
It's been doing all right. We were taking care of Puck, and he doesn't like eating the vegetables, but the vegetables are the thing that's easy to get around here, right? That's what they grow. You did have a visit.
Everybody knows your collard greens is a pork product. So I mean, I don't understand what he's talking about. Them ain't vegetables. It's a.
He said that there was a couple that stopped by at one point. They said they talked to you before, but they didn't seem to know you real well. There were it was a muscular woman and an Asian man.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, they got a daughter in the what's it
Visitor
called?
Center. Yeah.
Visitor Center. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, they stopped by to see how you're doing, or if you were around. But they didn't stick around very long. We offered to pray with them. They kind of were polite about it, but didn't stick around.
Yeah. That's I'll go check in on them when I'm making my rounds. I got to go see some of the chaff anyway. But yeah, all's clear. All's good.
Good. We're glad to hear it. We're glad you're safe and home in one piece. Lord's watched over us again. It's these times. It's these difficult times. So yeah, they kind of bow their heads. They say a little something. Amen. And they kind of like go back out around their business.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's probably they just talk a little too much about a couple things. You can just like, yep, absolutely, yep.
Yep, that's how it works.
Yeah.
I don't think you had any.
I don't think I have anything that can clear. Honestly.
Yeah, nothing can be cleared, but it does. They're in good standing. They're taken care of.
It's good.
They'll still be friendly, right?
Yeah, and I think it's for the deacon. It's one of those things where they're like, these are problems that are easy to solve. Like, this is interpersonal issues, like that kind of stuff. That's easy. It's the like shooting 20 zombies with a shotgun that's a little complicated. So it's nice to just have like, these are normal problems for normal people.
It's nice that like you go out into the lost and you have all this like trauma associated with just fighting for your very existence, and then you come here and it's like these people have like very important existential crises. You're like, man, this is easy shit.
That's great. Yeah,
this is fine. You didn't have to kill 2 grandmas just to make it home.
Yeah, that's right.
Rigid. Granny Slayer.
I'm what?
Granny Bane.
Granny Bane. Granny Bane. There it is.
Granny Bane. That's how it is, huh? I like how y'all want to bring this up with my brother and sister in chat. We
See?
could just leave it alone. I was like, what? And I look and I'm like, oh, it's got to be my brother and sister asking this question.
Yep.
Y'all go talk to Jen. She has a history on the flag.
There you go.
Yeah, then as far as dependents go, I think we're just down to Longbow.
Oh,
Mr.
good. I get
Longbow, rather.
Yeah, Mr. Longbow has got to go talk to his one dependent, Rigid. So I'm gonna go find you at wherever it is we meet. Sometimes I think we meet at the bar, and sometimes I think we meet like in like a corner of elevation where like nobody, where like
Oh, yeah, we
people
can do
aren't
that.
normally there, and we have like our, I know we play like a penny poker or something like that while we talk some shop.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, no, we can do that.
Cool.
Real wire type kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right,
Yeah.
this is like where, you know, we really talk shop, right?
Yep. Away from prying eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think after like a game of penny poker where you know you've won, right? You've taken the whole dollar or whatever that that we show up with. Long bow. It's like, well, Rigid out there, we had some moments got real dicey there for you. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Any day that I come back alive and we go out there's a good day, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting really
Just-
tired of old people trying to kill me.
That is a thing that is really weird about you. That you have a lot of old ladies that want you dead. I don't know what it is about you, but they just immediately don't seem to like you. Man.
It's just, I don't get it. I'm a nice guy. I'm a reputable businessman.
You know what I think it is?
What is it?
Deep down, I think they can smell the reefer on you, and they don't like that devil lettuce.
That would make sense.
Razor lettuce.
Devil lettuce. The devil lettuce. Oh, I didn't even know you knew that terminology. Wombat.
Yeah, cigarettes.
Hey man, I've been around you long enough. I hear the jokes.
Right. Yeah. I don't know that meat. I don't know if the cannibal lady and the meek believe in a god at this point
Right.
for it to be called that.
Yeah, that's a good point. The meek are kind of, I don't know what
They're not
they
people.
believe in terms of divinity, but it ain't good.
Hell, I'll take Satanists at this point. Jesus.
They do kind of seem like a gentler folk at this stage, right?
Ugh. But how about you, man?
Well, we need to settle up on something. You know, we walked out of, speaking of the meek, we walked out of there with a couple of things. And I'm curious if you can fence them.
Of course I can fence 'em.
Obviously take your cut, right? You're providing me, the group, a service here. We have Dewey's double barrel shotgun, Barbara's
Okay.
knife, and that dog catcher polearm thing. Now, actually, let me pause real quick. David, the player, I wrote all those three things down as those were the three things that we looted off of the meek after we killed them up on the catwalk. But I don't recall if somebody else in the party walked away with any of those three items. Like, I don't think anybody
don't
took
think
Barbara's
so.
knife or the shotgun or the polearm.
You gave me Barbara's knife in that like moment of healing, but you have ended up with it back somehow.
Okay.
Because I didn't want it really.
I don't
Fair
want to
enough.
carry around the thing that went through my arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, you think this is helping me? This is not helping me. And it just magically showed back up in my backpack.
Yep, just
And-
randomly.
And Longbow was like, somebody's in my backpack. But okay.
It was next to your backpack.
Next
It
to the
was
back.
just
Oh, that's right.
next
That's
to the
right. That's
backpack.
right. That's right.
I wouldn't do that. That would violate your trust.
That's right. Don't open a man's backpack in the zombie waste. You don't want to know what's in there. He doesn't want anybody to know what's in there. It's just best not to. Why so many beans? They're all old. They're disgusting. It's like, nah. Have to
This
have my
whole
beans.
bag is just full of
Beans.
batteries.
Yeah,
They're not even
batteries.
new. They're old batteries. What the hell are you doing?
Hey, that acid can be dangerous. when it-
180 pounds of batteries.
batteries.
It is just an entire camping backpack full of AA batteries. What do you?
Hey, double A's
He's
are
gonna build a Tesla
commodity.
battery.
Yeah,
It's like
he's got them duct taped together.
I can see it as it's kind of like a 10mm. I can see a mechanic in this game just stealing all of the 10mm as they come across because they always lose it. It's the same thing with double A's. It's a commodity.
Yeah,
It's a tradable commodity.
yeah. It's like bottle caps in Fallout. Okay, so anyway, all right. So we have these 3 items, and he's like, "Look, the dog catcher thing is weird. Okay, but I'm kind of curious who'd want one of those things."
The people on the fence.
Oh yeah, fair enough. That's a good point.
And that probably, I mean, that's probably going to catch a pretty penny, I could think. Work
Okay.
a little bit of a deal.
Yeah. Well, I know a couple of guys over the gun hands that work the fence, and so I don't know. Maybe I can help you out there, but you probably got that one. You probably got that one settled.
As for the shotgun and the knife, that's easy enough. Everybody needs a shotgun. Everybody needs a knife. I'll have that sold within the hour when we leave from here.
All right.
But speaking of business,
yeah.
And Mike, let me know if there is actually bounty to be made off of this with that information about he'll get a little more quieter. He's like, look, I know the 2 of them really didn't like it, but that is money. That information about that factory is money. We cleaned it out, so nobody's going back.
Yeah, and we locked it back up.
Yeah. I personally want to sell it to Euphoria. I feel like rumors have it I might have they have a bad taste in their mouth with us. So maybe I can get a little extra bounty and clear our name. Possibly. That's what I want to do. But we're partners in this. And I do respect the pastor and Murdra. Why can I not say your name today?
Martha, yeah.
Martha. Ooh. Lord.
Look, I see the 3D chess you're playing here, boss. You kind of soil the old place. It becomes kind of a marked building. But hey, you got a new building for him.
With a way more people they can test on.
Yeah, see? No, you're playing 8D chess, man. I see it. I see how it is. It's good.
So, if that's possible, I would have Wombao get in contact with him because I don't know if I can get in contact with him. I don't have
with old Moonbeam.
Yeah,
cool.
He has a rapport with Moonbeam. So
yeah, I'm okay talking to Moonbeam. That was good.
So
she was all right. Straight shooter.
But before that, how are you really? Because I saw how you seemed a little detached when you were healing up him.
Yeah, look, there's times and I kind of go into this mode. And it takes me a minute to get out of it. Right? Like, it was us or them. I don't like killing people. You don't like killing people. Nobody likes killing people. That's weird. And I do it when you tell me to, right? But between you and me, it still doesn't hit right. But those meek, man, they just set me off. And I was still kind of in war mode, trying to make sure our little tribe or our little squad was all taken care of. And looking back on it, I can see that everybody kind of needed a moment, especially Mirtha, but I just couldn't see eye to eye on that one.
I get it. I've sold a lot of product back in the good days to soldiers, so I understand. I was never a soldier, obviously, but yeah. I get it. That's why I sold it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just making. And then, what was with the logs? We just needed firewood.
The logs. Oh, dude. Yeah. You know what? Man.
The tree trunks he's dragging.
Sometimes you gotta work stuff out on your own, right? And I was a little frustrated, just a little bit frustrated. And when your blood gets up, every giant log looks like a little twig, and you're like, man, that's gonna burn in seconds because you got that fire in your belly, and you think that's gonna.
No, but I get what you're coming.
You don't have that. You don't have that.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't drag a 20-foot stump back to the camp.
All right, fair enough. All right,
Twice.
you're better adjusted than me. I hear the message loud and clear, Rigid. I get it.
Hey, I mean, hey,
Just
look.
had to
Not
work,
that I
had to
didn't
work something out.
appreciate it. I mean, we had firewood for literally the entire trip back. We had firewood, but
I'm sorry you had to split that up, man. That was mean of
hey,
me.
look, I'm scrawny. I need to get in shape if I'm gonna keep going out here running from zombies, jumping on top of trucks.
I'm
We're not
helping you out
doing
then.
I was
Nice
like,
of you to give
by
me
the
that.
way, we're not doing that again.
Getting on
no.
top of a truck driven by
Meth,
cocaine.
cocaine.
No.
Look,
It's
that
not that,
was.
dude. Look, you put me on another truck driven by those DHQS fucks.
Nah.
Look, I wanted that truck for us, but I knew that wasn't the play.
What would we have done with a bunch? I mean, granted, we would have had a bunch of potatoes
and a big old truck to do everything with.
And you don't think they want to have a tracking system on that?
All right, fair. They probably do.
Like,
Somebody does. It's just weird.
I am not look, I'm a greedy man. That's why I do what I do. But I'm not going to put the entire colony in a problem for a truck and some potatoes.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair.
Especially if we can't regrow them, they're worthless.
Yeah, that was disappointing to realize that.
Just to throw two notes onto that, just for clarification. They weren't DHQS. The contract they had was with DHQS.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right, fair enough.
And in terms of we're going to take the truck and maybe they have somebody tracking. The reason they knew to hire you, to have you guys there to try to help them get through that herd, was because I'm pretty sure they told you they had somebody who was watching satellite feeds of their phone trip and said, "There's a herd ahead."
Yeah. So that's why. Sorry, them watching the satellite feed is the reason why I thought they were DHQS, because I thought, well, DHQS would have the satellite feeds. This truck works for them. They're all under the family. But
the contract was for DHQS, and DHQS was probably the ones watching the feed. But,
got it.
Yeah,
got it.
They were just coked up and son truckers.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, all right. Got it. Then, yeah, I'm gonna leave my comment that somebody is tracking them. That still stands in that whole discussion. So I'll leave that one there.
Look, the next time we get on the back of a truck, it better be to get over that wall. That's the truth.
Yeah, getting over that wall. Definitely.
Ugh. But yeah, man. I mean, I just want to make sure you good, man.
Yeah. So hey, I'm sorry about working that. I know we're not talking about it, and I just want to put it out there. I'm sorry about working that deal, trading that van to get us, basically passage out of the factory.
Did you see the size of their guy?
Yeah, he's a biggie. He's
no,
dude. Well, here's the thing. Everything's kind of going down, and I get these messages on the glasses, and it's these Ubiks, these guys are out there. They're weird, and I don't know, man. I feel bad not telling you about it while I was going down.
Hey, we had a lot going on, and see, this is how I see it, Long Bow. In here, making the deals, this is my realm. This is what I do.
Yeah.
Out there, that is not what I do. I do not. I'm apparently, unless it's old ladies, and I'm really good at that part. But
just sniff
outside of
all the
everything
cannibals,
else.
all the weird old ladies. I figured it out. If there's an old lady out in the loss, she ain't supposed to be there. Probably bad. She's probably doing something.
You know how we made the pact? You know how made the pact said that we want to eat food? How about we just expand that pact?
Yeah.
Just stay away from old people. Because what's that old phrase? Fear the old and the profession the young die. People die young. Or something like that.
I think that's it. But I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's the good die young, evil live forever.
Okay.
It's the thing you're looking for.
Sweet, thank you.
Hey,
Just
I
out of the
Longbow
ether.
would
That's-
probably not know that, but it's like I feel like Rigid's close on this one.
I'm close to it. I was like,
Close
he's like, whatever. Close enough.
You're like,
Close enough.
hey, Ubik, what
Yeah.
quotas? Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No, that would be really rude if like Longbow is always checking data against everything that's ever said. It's like you always know that Longbow's like reading shit.
Yeah.
That'd be just mean.
Yeah. No, I'm just Richard wouldn't have cared either way. He's like, I've heard it somewhere. But either way, he's like, so like, let's just. I hate to say this, but treat all people that are above, I don't know, 60 as suspicious.
I'm into that. At this point, we have two solid problems.
Yes.
Came from. You know what? There was that one old guy. You remember that old coot that was hanging up in that like museum of useless shit?
Yeah.
So it's either they're evil or they're worthless. I hope we find another example where that's not the case.
That's cold as blood, my man, but I get what you're saying. I get it.
Yeah.
But like I said, going all the way back to what you were saying, when we're out in that field, unless there is a deal to be made, which it usually isn't, operational control of that falls to you, honestly. I mean, yeah, of course, my deal making, because I'm lazy and I don't want to walk, was there, but you telling me to stop was good enough for me. Like, you know what? All right, it's yours. Plus, like, I'm not completely oblivious. There was a chick with blue hair with as big a gun that shot at you,
Yeah, no,
and then a guy that makes me look like this,
Mm-hmm.
and a dude who's way too cool to be in the middle of the loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had a whole plan. They had
Yeah,
it all
like,
figured out. I think we were just right place, right time kind of thing.
yep. And they were nice enough not to kill us, which
They
is
could
rare.
have.
They could have
I'm honest with you, man,
absolutely killed us. Like, he laughed. He's like, they could have absolutely killed us. So, yeah, I think it's worth it. But yeah, man, you ready to lose another $1?
Oh, fuck yeah, I guess I am. And you know, you let me know if somebody's leaning on you. You haven't used me as a bag man in a while.
Well, the greasers have not shown up. They must be happy. They must have not spent all their money yet. So they're not a problem right now. I do have this one problem, but with my supplier back in Colorado, and I don't see
Yeah, it's tough.
the reason to send you all the way out there for some seeds.
Okay.
But with that said, I do have to pay him at some point. But if this whole thing you were talking about works out, I'll have enough to cover his cost. And
All right. Well, if you need me to make a handoff or something, I can do that.
I might need you to break some hands if the greasers come at me as strong as they did last time.
Yep.
I'm a patient man, but I don't take well to threats.
Yep. And at that, you like show up that you have like a full straight, right? And
Yep.
And Longbow's like, God damn it. And
Everything's coming up Yahtzee tonight, it looks like.
It's not good. Not good. How? Cool. I will spend my bounty. It's one bounty. Is that right?
So first, reset your detachment and stress to 0.
Ooh, sweet.
Because you had one
One in
dependent
each.
and you had a meeting with. Okay. And then for everybody's upkeep, for everybody's sustenance, like the room board and taking care of your dependents, which everybody has done, that ends up being charisma +2. Because you have dependence equal to your charisma plus room and board.
Okay, got it.
And then there is the upkeep money that goes into taking care of your gear, and that is different for everybody, but listed in the incidental sheet in a tab. So Mirtha is sustenance 3 and upkeep 5. Rigid is sustenance 4 and upkeep 3. Deacon is sustenance 4, upkeep 5, and Longbow is sustenance 3 and upkeep 5.
Yep. Awesome. Sustenance. All right. Go ahead.
Martha wanted to speak to Longbow. If possible, she would have just asked if they could meet. I don't know, like maybe there is at least in this little area just like a park, like a little place with a tree.
Yeah, there's like one
something,
tree, like a bench.
One tree that has like a couple branches that are still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not even a whole ass bench. It's like those pickle barrels upside down with like a plank of wood across them, you know, and like
Yeah.
every so often somebody needs to replace the plank of wood because it keeps getting messed up.
Yeah. Just an easy place for them to meet at, like nothing too crazy.
Sweet.
And she'd probably like be reading A Wrinkle in Time, reading a book while so that she can explain what shit means when it comes up later.
Right,
Yeah, she's like, yeah, Puck is gonna be asking me questions. I gotta know
what's going on. Extrapolate some data. Yep. But when he starts coming up, she'll put the book down and smile at him. Thanks. I know you're busy doing stuff with Rigid and whatnot.
Yeah, no worries. Glad you reached out. Yeah, Richard was asking about some stuff, and actually you came up, so I'm glad we're talking.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you know, on that job, things got a little, I don't know. I was in a weird headspace, and he asked me about it. So I don't know.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm fine now. But you know, right after we fought those meek, I was a little, I don't know. I was in a different place, and so I guess you should say I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. Apology accepted. You know, I just had a big knife through my forearm and probably wasn't all there anyway. So
yeah,
I get it. Who wants to see all that blood, right?
Yeah, no, not me.
Not me either. But it's okay. I mean, we kind of talked about it on the way back, you and I too. So, but I appreciate you thinking of me. Well, I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on a matter and maybe ask a favor.
Okay.
I think Puck, you know, Puck, my little brother.
Yeah.
I think he's getting to a point where he needs to learn more about everything that's going on. And I'd really like for him to be able to stay defensive, stay away from things, but she kind of like sighs because she doesn't know how to say it. Like, I really want to buy him a rifle.
Oh.
And teach him how to shoot it, like shoot it real well.
Yeah.
Like you do. I know that they have like not your rifle, obviously, but like a 22, I think they're called. Like,
yeah,
they're smaller.
Yeah, it's a really good starting gun, especially for, you know, a young man his age.
Yeah, but I have the bow, but I don't really know about the kickback, and I was wondering if you could help teach him how to use it. Yeah. You're a real good shot, and I don't think you'd find a better teacher.
Wow, that's real nice of you. I don't know how good I am at teaching, but yeah, I would love to show Puck. At least, you know, plinking some cans, get him started. Yeah, he's a bright kid. He'll pick it up. It's simple stuff. So yeah, I could get him kind of started. You see, Longbow's kind of nervous, but he's like, yeah, I'd be happy to show Puck. And show him how to keep it safe, right? That's the other part.
Absolutely. I mean, I just have the handgun, and that's just for emergencies and stuff. But he knows, like, you know, the safety on and all of that, and how to use the handgun if he absolutely has to. But just in case something happens and we have to leave. Or are you sure? I don't want to take away from your free time around here.
No, look, it won't be much of an inconvenience at all. He's a bright kid. He's a good kid.
Yes.
I don't think that training him is going to put me out in any way. If anything, I'm going to learn something from him. So, yeah, I would love to teach Puck how to shoot.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Longbow. I really do appreciate you.
Yeah.
I might have to go talk to Rigid because I don't even know I know what the type of gun is. I just don't know where or what to get or how.
For a first gun, 22 is great. 22 is awesome. You could, if Rigid gets a hold of one, you could also just go get a BB gun or air rifle. The principles are kind of the same. Just gets bigger and meaner the bigger it gets, right? I say the air rifle because even if you're not safe, you can't hurt anybody with that. Whereas the 22, given the right situation, somebody could get hurt. So I don't know what your feelings are on that, just in terms of your safety and his safety and that kind of thing.
I
maybe.
think
But a 22 would be where I would prefer to start.
he's a responsible enough kid that I feel safe with him having a weapon like that.
Okay.
And I'd also, there's a couple different things, right? If I buy just a BB gun now, I will have to buy a rifle later. And
yeah,
I can, if we have to, the 22 will always be something he has as long as it's in good condition. Whereas the BB gun ain't going to serve us too much for too long.
Yeah. So if you're going to go about that, I have a couple of recommendations just to make sure that Rigid gets something that's going to last a long time. And then Longbow will say some stuff here to, like, in terms of what kind of rifle and that kind of thing here that makes sense in this world. David has thoughts, but my thoughts might not be accurate to the world of Red Market. So Longbow has opinions and he shares them with you.
Yeah, actually, would you mind coming with me to talk to Rigid, and you can, because I think you have more knowledge in this than Rigid does too, and I'll probably explain it wrong. So
you're fine. Yeah, that's good. Let's ring him up and go. I handed him some stuff anyways. Some of the stuff we had looted from the Meek. He's working on selling that stuff. Might as well work at buying this too, and just getting us all settled up.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
We'll go find Rigid.
Rigid would be in the market selling off this stuff.
Yeah.
He would start with the knife and the rifle. Because I have that network thing, I would just take whatever I can get with that.
So the knife is going to be worth 2. And we have killed Katrina.
Yes. It's a shotgun. It's a shot off.
Did you say the knife was worth 2?
Yeah, the knife is worth 2. Shotgun is worth 4.
Now, for that dog thing, I want to actually try to get more money than it's worth. That seems like a commodity that's actually, like, not an easy thing to come by, in my mind. Tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, then I'll sell it with my networking.
No, you're not wrong. It's just networking is usually what you roll to sell stuff, and like if
okay, and I can't, so I'm just gonna get the
yeah, like it's the trade-off of like you consistently get double of whatever the upkeep cost price is when you sell it, but like you can never crit and get more.
Understood. So,
but also means you never fail
either, right?
Right? Like
double-edged sword, but I'll take it. And what are we looking for that?
Like the closest thing in the chart is actually to call it a spear. Maybe give it an upgrade. So call that 5.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. And he would go look at the gun heads now. Remember old Rigid now. I hooked you up with this.
That's right. Gun hands like, all right, man.
I think it's probably like Brickbat, the guy that you kind of like everybody's kind of like dealt with a couple times. I was
Oh,
like,
that's
yeah, no, this is going to be helpful to somebody who's like dealing with the wall. It's like, I've been getting ready to start, showing my son how to use a spear. So yeah, I can use this and help with.
I got you. I got you. I appreciate doing business with you.
Yeah.
And you'll see him walking away from the gun hand. Is it the gun hands?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll see him walking down, probably doing the little thing with the licenses and putting it in his pocket.
Martha would kind of wave if they see each other in the area, and her and Longbow are walking up.
No. What's up, you two?
Hey, Richard. Longbow and I were just talking about needing to make a purchase, and maybe you could help. Or
What are we looking for?
she'd look at Longbow. Well, I'm
Yeah,
looking for
there's-
22, and this is what she like. Longbow
Yeah, he'll
knows
be
what
like-
it is.
Yeah, I think Longbow would like quietly wait for a second. Like, oh, this is. I gotta speak now. Okay, cool. And then he provides some rifle specs for you to try and get a hold of.
22 long gun. Okay. Fairly basic here.
Mhm.
Yeah, mechanically a 22 rifle with a loud bot off of it, so silenced.
Mhm.
Oh. So he's like, I'll see what I can do. Give me a second. And he'll wander over to, what was his name with the guy with the weapons?
Brickback or whatever.
Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, sorry.
Old Steve is the guy who runs the shop with the reloading gear and stuff.
Oh,
Kirkbound
okay.
is the guy
Yeah.
from the gun hands that you were just talking about.
Got it.
Well, whoever we have in the enclave to buy weapons from, like,
Yeah. So like he's the guy who like Menace was like he handles actual sales. or stuff.
okay, yeah. And before he does this, like, are you sure you want to start him out with like a 22 silence? I mean, yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
He'll take to it pretty well.
All right, yeah. We got no issues here. So yeah, he'll go and wander around and start talking to people, looking for the silence 22 long gun.
So it's not like a real big space. Like it's like I keep thinking like Renaissance fairs where like
Okay.
there's like a counter thing across the front and technically you can get inside, but it's like a tiny little space with like some stuff in it. It's not like, I go in and I browse around and do a bunch of shopping. It's like a stall space inside what used to be a supermarket here that like some of the other people who like sell stuff have like kind of set up inside.
Okay.
But old Steve is there. Shocker, he's old.
What's up, Steve?
Oh, hey there. What can I do for you today, son?
Well, man, I brought you back that shotgun, and I wasn't expecting to come back so quick. But I'm gonna need a 22 long gun. Nothing super fancy, but I do need it silenced.
Well, sorry. Like tries to find his PDF he just opened. It's not where he left it. Okay. Well, I got a couple little ones can do, and I think I don't have anything that's like the right perfect fit for going on it right now, but I could get you some sort of suppressor that would go on there. It would take me a day or two to get everything put together, but I can get that together for you. It won't be much of a problem.
What we looking like on cost? To your old dear friend Richard.
Well, to my old dear friend Rigid, who unfortunately you know the times we live in, there are no bargain basement prices. Between a rifle and a silencer, it comes to 7 bounty.
And it's the same thing with networking. Like, I can't negotiate down.
Yeah, the buying cost of gear is
Okay.
double the upkeep cost. So it's
Okay.
3 upkeep, doubled to 6, plus 1 for the upgrade.
Okay. All right. I mean, did you guys come with me?
Yeah, I assume so. At least
We're just kind of hanging back.
I assume that
Awkward.
like Mirth is there to pay at some stage.
And
Yeah.
I'll look back and like, is that good for you, Martha?
Yeah, that's fine.
got yourself a deal.
All right. It's a pleasure doing business with you, ma'am. I will have that ready for you soon.
Thank you.
Have one of the kids in here run around and find you all one, but that's ready to get distributed. It's just hiring random kids in the Enclave to be like the messenger service.
That's how they did it back in the day, right?
You know, everything old is new again.
Mhm.
Just like in the long, long trailer.
Ethan.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. You're not helping me here, friend. You're not helping me here, friend. You're just fueling them.
So the my apologies to cut in here. So we did a tiny bit of shopping. Are we good to start doing all of our other pre? Do we shop now as a crew, or
You can shop. You
Okay.
can shop now. You can shop after negotiations before leaving to do whatever your next job is.
That's smart.
Right?
Spend
Like
all
it's not locked into a real specific thing for like when you have to go talk to people and do that sort of stuff now.
Okay.
So like if
Well,
you want to spend more time doing stuff in the Enclave, you can. If you wanted to start doing prep work for jobs, you can, where you start like looking for information and things.
Were we
real quick.
splitting out that other 11?
I
If we
mean,
take
yeah.
one from the bank, that's 12, and that's
12,
3
and
for
we each
everybody.
get, yeah.
unless Rigid, if you want to keep a couple for yourself for
No,
brokering all those deals.
Rigid. This is like a happy crew works well in Rigid's mind, so he's not gonna take his cut like that. He'll make his money elsewhere.
Okay.
Speaking of making money elsewhere, can we handle the Enclave, like selling that information off to the Enclave? Like, is that gonna buy me anything, or is that something we need to do later?
I don't have
If
a real
that
hard
is-
and fast answer on that one, but if you wanted to try to make contact with Moonbeam and see what happens, you can.
So,
Sure.
yeah, I'll message out to Moonbeam and. Sorry, my cat has woken up. So yeah, I'll message out to Moonbeam and say, hey, I have something you might be interested in. Ring me back, kind of thing. Want to do
Not too much long after that. Like you will get incoming call from
cool
Moonbeam 440 hertz.
So we're sitting at some space where I can I don't know, take my glasses off and hit the speaker button. I don't know exactly how that would work, but so that Rigid can talk. Because Longbell's not going to broker this one.
All right.
Okay.
And I'll get on there and say, hey Moonbeam, glad you could take our call. I got Rigid here with me.
Yeah, I think there's like a video component to it, and it's kind of her reclining, and there's kind of like these like macrame things like draped across the edges of like this open window type space behind her, and she's kind of like lounging on this like chaise lounge kind of thing, and she has a set of those the metal balls where they have like a bell inside them and they ding together, and she's like you kind of like much like it's joint stuff with your hands. Like, I saw the notification and I didn't believe it.
This whole thing, this whole world just hits her different because she's lounging in like some like really nice space. Like, I don't know. This is not really impacting her the way it's impacting us.
There's random people in behind her with like that bashed up pickup truck that like were out there.
Okay.
And, I think Ivan was the name of the latent dude who was like basically Tommy Chong.
Yeah.
Was like out there like trying to mess with the wheels.
Yeah. Okay.
But she's
okay,
there.
cool.
She still has her hair up in like the afro puffs. She has like the big round glasses, sunglasses on. And she's there on the call. And I just
like the image you were making. It was like, man, she's just not impacted by these zombies like we are. It's great.
So she's there, and she's got that pair of you hear little chiming type noises as she's there. She's like, I saw the notification pop up and I thought I was seeing things. But here you are on a call with me right now. Like, you must have a pair of these too. Bet yours are made of brass.
Oh, Well, so we came into something and immediately thought of you, but I think Rigid is the best at explaining what we found and all
Yes.
that with our
I bet
press.
Rigid is
I'll stop
exactly
talking
the
now.
person to talk. Yeah.
And I'll stop. I'm going to stop talking right now.
How you doing, Miss Moonbeam? Is Miss Moonbeam okay? Moonbeam, how we doing?
Let's get this over with.
Okay, enough pleasantries. Look, I fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. I fucked up, and I'm here on goodwill and some cash.
What? I have no
Don't-
idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, don't play that shit with me. I realize I messed up. This is on me. We can be grown about this. I'm coming you as a dealer, admitting my mistake, and I apologize. And I bring bearing gifts. Now, your research seems a little small fry with what you had, and maybe I've come across something that will help you out. A building full, factory full of casualties, locked up, nice and tight. Nobody's going back there because we cleaned out what we needed there. And I'm willing to give you that location for two things, only two. I need a little bit of cash, a little bit of bounty, and I need you to clear my name. It's hard to do work out here. And if you say that we settled up and we're on good terms, it's easier for me to do work. And I came to you first because I like you guys. I like your vibe. Nice setup, by the way.
I appreciate you like the setup. It's good. You have something you want to offer me for my research that will help. Maybe it'll replace the two guards that were out there when the other takers showed up and decided there was something they were worth taking.
Now you can't say that's my fault there. You don't takers wander. Takers wander. You can't say it's directly me. Now you know this. Everybody's wandering out here. I'm offering you a factory in an undisclosed location that nobody should bother, full of casualties. But you only get the GPS locations if we can agree to this.
She'll stop and she will hold up a finger, like, eh. And she'll turn around and be like, "Hey, Ivan, come here." And we'll be like, "What? Okay." And like he's like you hear like the clattering of like the wrenches and stuff like that. And he will come over and she will like point at like the tablet that's sitting on this table that's like got you guys pulled up on it, showing the conversation. Like, remember these guys? Like, oh yeah, hey, screw you, man.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
And he leaves.
Are we going to work a deal or are we going to throw insults at each other all day?
His brother was one of the guys at the school. Okay.
And I lost half my family coming across this damn country. Are we going to make a deal?
Lose this screen name.
Enough said. Have a good day. I got other buyers.
I think it cuts out around like, okay, cool, have a click.
Sweet.
Man, fuck them hippies.
All right, fair enough. That didn't work out. Fair enough. But we still got it. We didn't tell her too much, so we can always sell it to somebody else. We'll just have to figure out who would want something like that.
What were they called? The shepherds?
Shepherds, yeah. Just anybody but the meek, man. That's right. That's anybody but those dudes.
Oh, well, the meek can get a bullet for all I care. They don't pay cash. They don't pay bounty.
I don't know, man. That's my one thing. That's one of my two things. All right. Well, better luck next time. I'm gonna go.
I just saw my brother.
I'm gonna go take a shower or something.
Yeah. come find me when we get this job. Why figure out how to? Man, I wish those C-Max guys were still around.
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
thank you so much. Just from me to you, I just want to thank you so much for that scene. So much.
Boy. All right.
Don't worry, Heather. Ridge is mad.
Oh, sweet. Now we get to go do something.
Yeah. That puts him in a good mood.
No,
to
no,
like,
no.
Let's go find out about a job. Like,
That's
No,
awesome.
no, it's just consequences. Shit has consequences.
Like I said yesterday, in this game, I can't shoot, lie, or fight my way out of a problem.
Yep.
I
Yep.
thought money and information would have been this avenue in this game, but apparently it's not.
Not always. Not always. That's good. That's real good. All right. So yeah, I want to wait until after we know more about this job before I go off and buy like skills
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Mhm.
Does anybody else have anything to do before we do job stuff?
I just wanted to double check. We already did upkeep payments.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yes.
okay. Cool.
Yes.
Nobody skipped nothing. We don't have to like check if like, oh, my revolver just fell apart in my hands.
I was able to pay for everything. The refresh, right?
Yeah, paying upkeep recharges all your gear
Okay.
for the things that like do recharge, right? Like carpet armor.
oh,
or
well.
I did have
other things.
just one small just RP thing. I don't think it's gonna get bounty or anything, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna go to the farmhands who I have a connection with just what I have left of those potatoes. I know it's not a lot, but they kind of do all the things with the food. And maybe someone will want to buy some potatoes or something. I don't know.
Yes. Sorry, I was finding that there actually are like specific NPCs for those groups. I was looking up. Yes, you are able to get hold of like Esau Vasquez. He is a short but stoutly built Hispanic man. His black hair has mostly turned gray, especially in his beard. He is the head of the farmhands. So he helps coordinate all of the things that get grown as like crops or like raised as animals and things like that. Anything that's not grain that is specifically stored in the elevator, like he's the guy who's like helping oversee and coordinate that and like really doing the bulk of feeding the actual enclave and stuff like that.
Yeah. She'll just have like a bag of potatoes. She kept a couple for herself and Puck. But and it's not a lot, but she does kind of come up to Asa, kind of hat in hand, like, hey, I just got back from a job and wanted to bring this over to you. And she kind of just hold out, like sheepishly, like hold out this bag of potatoes that is just a bag of potatoes.
He will take a look at it, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah," it's like, inspect and like realizes that like, oh, they're overly smooth. There's no eyes here. You can't.
I know.
Like, I see. These are those like. There's a name for the corporation in the book, and I don't remember it. That's like the biotech corp that's engineering crops. Yeah.
Yeah. We ran into like a hauler for this stuff. And I thought they would be okay, but I sort of forgot about, well, I didn't know. So I just brought what I had left. I mean, someone can eat it, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, we can't grow them. We can certainly eat them. You know, there's people here who would not turn up their nose at potatoes. And you know, we've been having some pretty good crops of, apparently kale grows in Oklahoma here now. But I know like even like your whole I apologize, I don't know his name. It's Shorty hangs out with you. It's Childs.
Puck.
brother,
s-
friend. Yeah,
brother,
yeah.
my brother. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure he'd be, appreciative of like some of it. There's there are the children. Maybe we'll actually we may try to talk to the people setting up the ECEC, the elevation education, the people who are setting up like the school type space.
Hmm.
Um, you know,
Yeah, that's
um,
certainly kids could learn about farming a little bit.
yeah, and help keep them fed. So
Yeah, it'll be good. So I just wanted to give those to you. Um, have you heard that there's like big places out in the loss where they grow this stuff? Like DHQS does.
yeah, we do okay running the crops that we grow here. It's not safe to be growing them outside the fence, so we're kind of limited. But I know DHQS has some stretches of land that they've set up perimeter around, and they mostly manage them with drones. So they have some farmland that keeps track of stuff that's either automated or remote operated drones to do all the watering and tilling and harvesting and all that kind of stuff. They're almost always in league with whatever BioCorp has come up with a new like drought resistant crop. Which I mean, it's what we need nowadays, but it's also like GMO foods. Like wags a
There's
finger and like starts a discussion. Yeah. And then they're just gonna like
when
go
they
feed all that to the people out there in the recession as if they're just guinea pigs to see what happens when you just add extra genes to potatoes.
well, it is a bummer that they've breeded out the ability to replant something as simple as a potato. I mean, I watched a movie once that was like you could grow potatoes on Mars because of these reasons, and I thought they'd be helpful for that, and they weren't. So, but I'll leave them to you, Isa. I just thought,
There's always corporations out there trying to make a buck. Takes
yeah,
like holds up the box. Gosh, yes. Calls to out to somebody who's like outside like his office type space, and like a younger kid comes in and he speaks to him in Spanish, like has the box to him. He's like, you do definitely pick up. He does say Kartik's name.
says who's?
Kartik, who you guys have talked to before, who helps organize stuff for the school. The kid will kind of take the box, kind of like nods his head at you, and like kind of heads off to go deliver the potatoes.
Okay. They're giving them to Kartik. She asks.
Yeah. We'll send them to the school. I know they have kids who can always use some extra to eat.
I thought the school taking an orphans?
The school isn't like an orphanage, but it is like it serves a lot of the children of like what are they called, the chaff. They're like a different faction, and they're the people who like. There's not a lot of work to be had in the enclave, but they're not able to be takers, so like it's kind of hard for them to scratch together money for all the stuff and things like
that. Okay, well, I'll look into that. Maybe maybe Deacon and I can go down there and help them or something. But thanks, Asa.
Welcome. See you soon.
Yep. And she'll head out.
Anything else?
That's it for me.
Do we want to take a break before we start doing job prep?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Let's take 10, and then we will come back and we will find out about this mysterious job which has landed in our laps, and then go try to negotiate it, try to make some money off it.
I love it. I love it.
Right.
It's nice that we have like one job we're focused on, and we can all do our like researchy things towards the one job. Like that'll be good. Max benefit.
Yes. Cool. All right. Yeah. We'll be back in 10-ish. See everybody then.
soon.
There is my break screen. There it is. See it. 2 later, hit the button. Hi. Hey, everybody. We are back. Thank you for standing by. Only took a couple minutes of break there. Whoa. Casey disappeared into the void. Back now.
Guys.
All right.
We came back on time.
Isn't that amazing?
What the fuck? What
That's
the
it.
fuck?
We're professionals.
This is
We're professionals at this. All right.
We came back on time, and I still had time for like a 5-minute rant about Men in Black and the chemistry between Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith.
Yeah. So it is like it is the perfect break.
That's amazing.
So yes, actually we have the author of Elevation hanging out in our chat today.
Hello.
Welcome. Hello.
Yes, we're actually about to start pushing everybody in the direction of taking the first part of the jobs out of the book. So, yes, when you got back to Elevation, there was this geofenced message too long about hey, come see Richter, the guy who works the elevators for the farmhands, the farmhands. No, the ranch. The ranch, yes. The guys who live on top of the big grain elevators in town. Because there's somebody
Rich
out there who wants to hire you for a job. They have asked for you directly. Come
Oh man.
to y'all.
All right, big.
I don't know if
This
that's a good thing or a bad thing given our track record.
Look, this is our
It's
break.
a great thing.
This
It's
is
a
our
great
break.
thing. This is
So,
how
like,
we
are
get-
they hiring us because we're good at what we do, or are they hiring us because we're a little wild?
Look, we are the incidentals. That says all we need to say.
That's it. You don't hire these people for clean jobs. You hire them to get the job done.
Bertha's like, I don't like it. I don't want to be dealing with people that are high in the food chain, so to speak.
Yeah, but
Why are they taking notice of us? We haven't done anything.
what are we talking about? We did a lot.
Hmm.
Not only did we do the jobs well and get extra for everybody, like we always came out on top. You know, we alerted people to like dangerous areas, and we've taken out people who are dangerous to us. So, you know, we get the job done and then some without really asking about it. We're good people.
I think it's suspicious.
Agreed.
Conversation. We'll see what they have to say. If we don't like it, we'll move on to
Say
something
no.
else. And Mike will have to come up with a new campaign.
Or he does the thing that all GMs do and throw money at the problem.
Throw money at the problem. They'll take care of it.
You guys have the chance to investigate and try to figure out what's going on there before.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
force you to take a job. So
We have steps. We have steps we can take here.
plus, you know that there are other jobs out there, right? That we've kind of crossed paths with before. You know that there is Harold Carmichael, renowned asshole, trying to hire people to go kill a specific casualty. And I believe her name is Matt Lab, who works at the First Bank of the Loss, was looking to have people go acquire something for her.
Me personally, as a player, Enbridge would be like, look, I want to find out everything about this high-end job. Like the other ones will be there probably when we get back. So that's my personal. And yeah, it's suspicious, but rich people pay well.
Well,
You know,
I trust the three of you to do what's right. So, I mean, I'll follow you guys.
If anything, I want to know twice as much about this job as I would about any other. So.
all right then. Well, let's get to digging.
Then
So
yes,
Mike, how do we dig?
we
We've done it
we
twice
enter-
now. We
yeah.
should do it again.
Well, it's always spaced out far enough that we never it never becomes routine. It's always like, oh, I remember there's a thing, and you got to do the But yes, we enter the phase for prep work. And in prep work, you're able to nose around Elevation, talk to the people you know, tap references, do things. There were 4 specific questions that you were able to ask during prep work. One is, four pieces of information, not necessarily specific questions. One is you're able to look for the existence of a job. What else is on the table? What do people need done out here? 2, you can try to get more specifics on a job you know about. You can try to find out how much a job is worth. And you can try to find out what other competition is trying to get a job. The existence of a job, you already know. So that one you don't have to worry about. So you can start looking for specifics on it, the value of the job, and who else may be trying to get that job.
Richard can handle the value. That would be the thing he's interested in.
Yeah.
Personally, unless somebody else wants to do that.
Well, this is all done like you start the negotiations and then we flashback.
This
to get
happens
info,
before
right?
we do negotiation. We find out information, we do prep, then we do negotiation, and then you manipulate the negotiation with the flashbacks.
It took me about 9 months to remember how we did blades, so this should happen
Yeah.
for a while.
Just in time for the campaign to end. Yeah, that's
Right.
We'll get it.
So I guess I'll work on finding out more about the job.
I was thinking I'd do more specifics as well.
Okay.
Was that cool?
Yeah, is there room for us to double up on these things, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll check out competition. Well, they asked for specifically, so is like competition a thing?
Might be.
I'll check.
Always.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll check to make sure.
Okay.
Maybe
Why don't we
they're
start there
asking
then?
for us because they've already got a team in mind, and they're trying to bring us in to undercut the other dudes.
That's a move.
Yeah.
We're the bait.
That's a move.
You're the bait, but
It's
nobody
like
took that.
in
Nobody took that.
In the world of academia, that's when you apply for a job when you're up for tenure. It's where they'll pay you more with your tenure.
Ooh, nice.
Like, I mean, I could stay here with tenure, or I could go somewhere else where they're going to pay me better.
Right. How are we gonna play this?
You like me? I wasted 5 years earning tenure. Want to do that again?
I'm willing to throw it all away for some money.
Now make it worth my while.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Do we want to start with Deacon going out and find out like who all else is like doing the thing? We can do that if you want. Or we can spin around. We can do endless possibilities.
I got to find out for bait now.
Yes.
Now I gotta know.
Are we?
I gotta know if we're the
team?
ringer. We'll be the ringer.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. So where does Deacon go to try to find out stuff like that? What's that
This
look
is like the fancy neighborhood, right? This is like where this job's being offered from, right?
Yeah, it's the people who've like built homes on top of the grain elevators.
Yeah, so it's probably like, I'm sure word is out that there is a job, like if there ever is one coming from up there. So I think Deacon's gonna go and kind of like rub elbows with some of the other taker crews. Whereas normally he'd probably like hit up the chaff, kind of deal. I think this time he's gonna try to go around some of the other taker crews, and it's always bringing a basket of bread. Maybe it's cornbread this time. Just
Potato
something.
bread, man. You got all them potatoes.
Now school's got the potatoes now. Those are in the Lord's hands.
Damn.
This is cornbread. It's corn.
Potatoes are for all the children.
That's right.
Yeah. Cornbread, and collard greens for all of the takers. But specifically, it's collard greens that are a pork product because of how long they've been cooking pork bones and stuff. Vegetarians cannot eat these vegetables.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean it sounds like networking to me.
Yeah, probably. Do I have that? Let's see. Yep.
Or is it preacher in? Preacher in?
I mean, everything's preacher in if you're creative enough.
Fair.
It's the same number of dice either way. I don't mind. Crit method, even odd. Roll dice. That is a 7/2.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of the people like not necessarily like they're hanging out in like the little makeshift bar in Elevation, but like there's also like there's picnic tables around it, so like there's the immediate area tends to be where you can find your local hive of scum and villainy. So you are able to like kind of bounce around there and like talk to some folks and like, oh, there's Brickbat and Frankenberry from the Bravo team. Hang out with them, talk to them for a minute, and then like over here. And eventually, the thing that you do pick up is that the Cowboys have also been tapped for like this potential job. They are the former local college rodeo team, who are young and reckless, but they got horses. They're out there for the adrenaline. Yeah.
The horse equipment item in this game, it's awesome. I'm glad there's a taker crew that has it.
Yeah.
That could have been
nice.
No,
they're all horses. They all have horses to ride.
An upgrade is their ornery. I love that.
Ornery.
You ever been on an ornery horse? It ain't fun.
Back when I was a kid, I got bucked by like a black stallion because it was ornery. That was a long way down.
Dude, you were lucky you were alive, is what I'm going to say on that one.
Yeah, man, those folks are going to get mad at us because I think they were up for the last job.
Yeah, they were the ones who Menace passed up for you guys for the last job. So, yeah.
All right, let's make it 2 for 2. So yeah, Deacon would come back and be like, "Hey, it's them Cowboys again. You know that? Because apparently, I was hearing that they know about this job too. They're up for it.
Lord have mercy. All right. I mean,
they're gonna be mad. We're stealing their adrenaline fix.
I'm sure. Look, if anything, I'll just point them towards a recently ran over zombie horde. I'm sure they'll get their kicks off of that.
There you go.
I mean, you can send them to Wet Willies.
Yeah.
It'd be great to get one of those horses. It's been a long time since I've ridden.
I don't know. I hear some of them's ornery.
It's just how you treat them, right?
Saddle on a donkey.
Put a saddle on a donkey. That's how you solve that problem.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my god.
I mean,
next problem. All right.
Next problem.
I even had like a roleplay response, and then Ethan, you killed me, so that was pretty solid of you. Good job, buddy.
like, what am I supposed to say after that? Like, I'm kind of done here. Yeah.
Now, much like our Lord and Savior, I think I prefer a donkey for long distance travel. That's just me, though. I never had one talk to me, though, so that's something to mention.
Wait, what?
What?
Was
that a deep dive Mr. Ed joke? I don't think.
No, that's from the Bible. That's from the Bible.
No. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, donkey was like
speak.
This dude. Yeah, there was like Jesus rolled up on a donkey, and the donkey was like, this dude. That's the Messiah.
The donkey
and nobody's gonna argue with a donkey.
Because they're too blown away by a talking donkey.
I mean, the Romans did argue.
Did not believe the donkey,
but nobody else.
So
on that note, I think Martha and Longbow
just
kind of look at each other. Martha looks at Longbow and is like, "So should we? I'm gonna go try to talk to people."
I'm gonna go find out how much it's actually gonna pay us.
We just all split from Deacon.
Yeah, it's like Deacon's in the middle of like diving deep into this topic, and he like looks up from so here's the passage, right? Where'd y'all go?
she just pats Deacon on the shoulder. We'll be back, okay?
I'm just gonna wait till y'all show up to service. It's a captive audience then.
I'm sure Puck would love to learn about the talking donkey.
Everybody does.
We'll be back.
Puck
okay?
will be so psyched. Yeah.
Talking donkeys.
Cool. So who's doing a thing? What are you doing?
I think mine's be the next easiest to try to figure out how much it costs.
Okay.
Let's see. Where would I go to find out how much it's... Actually, you know what? The gun hands run security for him, right?
Mm-hmm. Gun hands run security for the whole enclave. Like Alpha Team sometimes goes out on taker jobs, but they also like they're the fencemen. Bravo Team, they do go out on taker jobs. Those are the ones that you guys have talked to before.
Okay. Who would I know?
That's the group that Bobby Hill was part of.
Right. Who would I know that's on semi-friendly terms with maybe Longbow and me that works the upper levels? Who's got the cush job?
Like up on like the grain elevator.
Yeah, that might have heard
Or-
something or might know what's going on with that. Like, what is the gun hands a good thing or like rumor mill?
You're on okay terms with them, and they talk. Yeah, I mean the easy answer is like you end up running into Brickbat somewhere because like y'all
Okay.
have had
Yeah.
when
Brickbat.
they came back and like the other members of the Bravo team were like angry and like it was like looking unpleasant in the bar like way back in the beginning. Like
Mhm.
Brickbat's the one who like kind of like smooth things over. So like Brickbat's been
Yeah.
somebody who like y'all have talked to a few times.
So yeah, I would walk up to Brickbat. Hey, Brickbat, man, let me peep at you real quick. I got a question.
All right, hang on, I'll be right back, Frankenberry. Kind of like steps off to the side.
So I got an interesting offer from up top, a job, but I need to know if it's worth my time, cash wise, bounty wise. You've heard anything about that up there? Anything that you might come across or any of your people be talking about?
Well,
Completely in on.
I can look. Yeah, we have. Actually, when that job that we came back when we lost Bobby, that was a job that we were doing it for Jed Jones, who's the head of the branch hands. I'm gonna get those two confused, and I apologize. He's the head of the guys who like own the grain and the grain elevators. Like he's like the head of the rich faction. Yeah, he had us like go out. He had us scouting some stuff for him. And that's
I know how much he was going to pay another crew to finish that up. And
we scouted some stuff that was fairly close to here. We went out like 10, 15 miles maybe, and then came back. But I know he's got something else that's like bigger than that in the works. And I think last I heard that was sounding like it was going to be. So the equilibrium price is 10. It's the value of 2 dice, right? If it goes bad, you get 1 die, and that's a 5. If it goes good, then it starts at 10, which is the value of the 2 dice added together. So it's starting at 10, right? Like the last 2 jobs that y'all had, I think they both started at like 15. So base price a little bit less, but he's good to have as a contact, and hey, he knows what terms to negotiate with when it's Bravo team, right? Because he knows who the gun hands are. Who knows what you can negotiate with.
Appreciate you.
I've seen how you get around here in the camp. Yeah.
Oh, well, I try my best. All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. I'll let you get back to what you were doing. And just talk to Ash. Tell her that I owe you a beer for that info. She'll do. She'll
bounty
understand.
for the beer or not? Like,
Don't do that to me. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You've given away a beer. You've given away a meal. Ash
Fine, I'll
be
take
real
that
pissed
hit.
at you soon.
Look. I'm trying to be friends with everybody. So you know what? Yeah, I'll take it. You know what? I'm gonna do it, Mike. I'm gonna pay the bounty. I'll pay it.
All right. There's a bounty. It's like a round of drinks for like him and Frankenberry. They've got.
I just said him. Hold up. Wait a minute.
That was a mad bounty.
It's one bounty. It's the same amount. It's like it's not gonna get any cheaper. Like not.
Fair enough. Okay.
Like yeah, thanks. Keep an eye out for you. If I hear anything else about what else going on, I'll let you know.
Appreciate you.
And then you hear like this clattering noise, and like Frankenberry's there, and like there's like this collapsed Jenga tower on the picnic table. He's like,
damn.
Brickbat's like, set him back up. I'm getting the next round. Like, goes
So yeah, I would come back to the group and be like, he's a cheapskate, but he's a good contact. We'll see what I can get out of him if we decide to do this.
Let me clarify on that one a little bit too.
Oh yeah.
The base price is 10,
Oh, base price is 10. Okay.
right? But there's always that chance that you're getting paid for legs, and it sounded like there was travel involved.
Okay. All right. So then I'll come back. I'll change that up. I'll come back. It's sounds about what we've been doing. It seems like I was talking to Bat back there, and he seems like Bravo was sent to scout a job, but this one might be the one he's got bigger plans. I'm not sure. He wasn't really clear on that, but so this could be the bigger of the two jobs or whatever he's got going on up there, and it's the head dude who runs the whole grain house.
Okay, that's good. That's real good.
So,
what else do we need to know so that Mirtha and I can get busy?
locations, maybe more about the job itself, like what are we doing?
Okay.
Would probably be like, see if you can find out like what are we doing and where are we going is probably the two biggest things on my mind. What about you, Pastor? What do you think?
Thing. I don't like them because they're rich folks. Put that down there. Just that money could go to other folks. But that is a good contact to have. I do agree with that. And if this is a long-term job, pays a lot. If it's, long ways out there, it could be worth it.
Mike, is there a way for me? Is this one of those ways where I can find out about the man himself, like what one of his spots are, or is that something we do during the negotiation?
That's usually during the negotiation.
Okay, got it. Then I think, Mirth, if you're all right with this, I'll work on figuring out where it is and what that travel is going to look like.
Okay.
Because I can do some research on the maps and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. I'll try and get an idea of what it is, or at the very least, if there's any other information on what killed Bobby Hill. Because chances are, if Bravo ran into it, we'll run into it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that might be good to go in with negotiating, because we know that there's a risk there.
Okay. Mike, I would like to try and solve my problem with research.
Okay. That is completely reasonable.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And let me just double check my Ubix. Nope. Okay. Cool. I always forget that I did not pay to get extra research. So I'll just roll for research. Okay. Sweet. I tie after the skills, so I don't get much out of that.
No, unfortunately, you do not.
Yeah. Good. Great.
A lot of research. Okay, I will give you a piece of information. There are other people who have done jobs for him recently. But aside from saying like, yeah, we did work and it was for him, nobody's talking about what the work was. And occasionally you'll see somebody mention like one of the UBIC boards that like they're under an NDA.
Got it.
More context around that. Living in the loss where there's no laws, there's no legal repercussion from an NDA. So basically it's if they think that you have violated an NDA, people show up with guns.
Okay. Got it.
So.
Good. So I do find out that there's an NDA floating around there, and I let the crew know that, well, it seems like the people who work with this guy get put under NDA because I can't find anything on the public boards about this stuff. It's all being hush hush. So Mirtha, I don't know, before you go out and talk to somebody, you may not want to go and do it on a above board method, because it seems like all these public boards and that kind of stuff, just nobody's saying anything.
I'll be careful.
Right.
So with that being said, we have some information that other crews have gone out. We know that Bravo has. I'd like to kind of do what I did last time and hide and be aware of just like some of these taker crews that have maybe they're flashing a little more cash than they were before. And when people think they're alone, they talk. So so if I can get like a beat on people that have come back from maybe a job for him and just kind of be able to hide and listen into what they're saying.
Sorry, I apologize for typing in chat there. But yeah, like that like the Cowboys are out there and like you've shadowed the Cowboys before. So if you want to try to shadow the Cowboys more,
sure.
Hey, you know what they do. They hang out at the
do,
bar.
and I like horses.
And then they ride around the horses.
I may actually do.
They're young and like not super bright, but they're very hyper masculine. So like they usually hang out in the bar until Ace hits one of them and then they leave.
Yeah. So like a quick competition, one of them's gonna like race to be an idiot.
Yeah.
But they have stables, right?
They have, yeah, there's definitely a place where like the horses are kept and they're taken care of and stuff like that.
Okay. Is it plausible to just go and like see the horses and kind of like listen in to see what's going on? Like,
yeah, you can go hang out around the stables. There's a couple guys from the Cowboys there. They are, yeah, they're in like, they're not necessarily in one of the like the stable areas where like there's a horse, but like there's like a little room to the side there that has like a table and like there's a couple of them in there talking.
Yeah, I'll just be like, I found this apple that I'm gonna feed to this horse and listen to whatever they're saying.
Okay. They're like, well, be careful of the first one on the left. He's ornery. So like, yeah.
Okay.
But then,
awareness.
They'll go back. Then yeah, they will be. Hey, get back in here, T-Rav. I live in St. Louis. I know what that means. That's.
I got a 6. No, I got a 10 over 6, 13 over 6.
Okay, that is very good. Yes. You will hear them talking, and you're probably able to like wiggle into a position where like you can see onto the table in front of them, right? They are talking about making sure they're going to take enough food, making sure the horses will be taken care of, and they have a couple of printed out sheets of paper that have maps on them of the area. There are 2 different maps, and they have lines on them. One of them follows one route to reach St. Louis, and the other one has a different route to reach St. Louis. They definitely don't follow what you're familiar with for like the interstates. But they're talking about like, we need to make sure that we're going to be able to be, stocked for the whole trip and back. And roughly speaking, that sounds like they would be traveling about 20 legs.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
Wow. Wow.
It's a really good time to change how we do Will refreshes, Mike.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks,
That's great.
Mike.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
I actually do appreciate that. That's awesome.
It's gonna be very intense.
Good.
Okay. Martha's gonna go back. Well, I found out why all these folks I went and saw the Cowboys. And since they're the competition, we think. I don't know if they're so much the competition, but they're the second group doing the job. They're going to St. Louis.
What?
Come again?
So I was able to kind of see their like little office area, and they had maps going up to St. Louis, like 2 different maps. And they were trying to make sure they had enough food for them and the horses. And it didn't look like it was following one of the main thoroughfares. But I don't know this area very well. So
Oh wow, that's
What's
a
up?
long journey. I don't do. Can we do that? He like kind of looks at our little crew here. Okay.
I don't even know how far St. Louis is from here.
I mean, it's days,
20
days and
minutes.
days by foot.
Like,
Yeah, it's.
It doesn't help me, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah,
Rigid to be like 600 plus.
Miles?
yeah, and on foot, that's days and days of travel there and back.
Days.
Yeah, it took us a week to get back from Pawnee.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, maybe it's a
well,
different.
it took like 3 days to get back from Pawnee.
Yeah. But I don't know, but that's what the Cowboys are doing. It's
Yeah,
a
but
long time for me to leave Puck here, you guys. If that's the
Hmm.
right.
Pay better be. I mean, but think about the payout. That's-
I mean,
we wouldn't have to go anywhere for months.
Look, if we get paid on the legs of this one, sure.
If we don't, we walk. We
apparently we're
don't do
walking
the
to St.
job.
Louis.
I mean, we don't do the job, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. no,
We either
if
walk or we walk, is what
yeah,
you're
this
saying. Is
is-
that right, Martha?
It's
You
he's
got
like
me. You got me.
he's-
You got me. Barbara.
Murder, trust me, I'm gonna get us paid in them legs, so it's worth our while to be gone that long. Because think about it. Remember, this is all about getting over the wall. It's worth the risk.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what the job is,
Well,
right?
Yeah,
But
I'm not comfortable. Martha, I think you're right. I wasn't comfortable, but I got to find out.
I mean,
Gotta find out.
we gotta find out. I mean, look, you guys, like, Puck's barely 10. I shouldn't, Mike.
Now I'm prepared. It's like,
Like, Puck's barely 10 years old, and he can't take care of himself really. So that's a long time. So I hope it's worth it.
Well, also remember you have the Deacons people, and you have Ash. She'll be more than happy to take care of him while they're gone. And trust me, he'll be taken care of.
Yeah. Martha just looks uneasy, but agrees that we need to find out what's going on.
All right. Well, guess it's off to go talk to the boss man, the
let's
big guy.
negotiate.
Let's
Go to the
do it.
elevator. Upstairs. Talk to the big man. Roll some dice.
Do we all get to go? Do we all go?
With this particular job, I think he would want you to all y'all to come. Like
But
this is
just
a
be
big
quiet.
deal.
Rigid would want us all there.
Yeah, Rigid would honestly want you all there.
well, if
Well, unless that's not allowed mechanically wise.
we start hitting that range where like Mike doesn't remember all the rules because he's still kind of new to red markets. Negotiation is usually just the negotiator in the room with the mark. That's not the right term. Like the person who's offering the job, and then all the other flashbacks are happening separately, kind of like simultaneously.
Okay.
There are options for like your character being in the room instead of doing a scam, so that they can take over a role for the person doing the negotiation. Which like locks you into like, no, you're in the room in the fiction now. You can't do other things. If Rigid is the one who shows up, they're going to expect that. If other people show up as well, they'll be understanding. But like that's not.
Okay. Well, then if
what they
I don't want
definitely
to, then Rigid would probably be like, wish me luck.
Do what we can. We'll say a little prayer.
Yes. So you
Thank
can't
you.
scam if you go into negotiations.
Okay.
All right.
Boom.
All right.
Love having an authority in the chat.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay. Yes. So, Rigid, you head to the base of these massive grain elevators, and at the bottom is Richter. He is wearing a Western shirt that's like it's worn, still has some of like the embroidery like around the edges and stuff like that. And you
So Rigid,
you can tell him like, yeah, I'm here from the incidentals. We were asked to come.
right, so Rigid would actually have
Jones.
to take his time to try to make his suit jacket that he wears in town as clean as possible, and like his slacks clean, and maybe do a little spit sign to his shoes. Try to look his best. He knows there's not a lot he can do, but like he's gonna do his best to look somewhat representable.
Okay. Yeah. Richter's there. He's like, all right, coming for the contract. You're here to see Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
All right. It's like, it's this like little rickety basket type elevator. Like you could maybe fit 4 people in it, but like it would be tight and like it wouldn't be super comfortable. And like it's probably one of those things where like you go up and you're kind of like you're really gripped onto the rail.
Oh yeah,
the
no,
whole time.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
player. This is the player saying like 100%.
Yep.
No,
My trick is to like white knuckle the edges and just stare not at like things that aren't moving. Some of the frame for the basket, right? Don't notice all the concrete that you're passing. Don't look down. That's not gonna work. Someone afraid of heights, even in an elevator.
Been in too many.
All right. Like as you start getting up off the ground, he's like, all right, I'll radio ahead. I'll let him know that you're coming up. Like, pulls out like a little walkie-talkie and starts talking. Goes
Thank
up.
you,
It
sir.
reaches the top. You have a view of like everything from here, right? It's the thing that made elevation safe. Is like from up here, you can see for like 15, 20 miles in most directions. Like the curvature of the earth is the limitation of what you can see. Is up there somewhere. So from up here,
I have issue with that sentence you just said.
The earth is flat. What are you talking about?
sorry, yeah. You can see where the turtles are underneath.
Oh my god!
Never mind.
Thank you, Terry Pratchett.
Yes. But yeah, there's you rise up to the top, and there is a man waiting there for you. I stuck a picture in our Discord chat because of course I did. Actually, it was fun. I stuck it on Imager so I could put it in chat. There you go. So yes, there's a man up the top here. He is wearing a very nice Western shirt with pearl buttons. He's got a bolo tie. And he's wearing a black felt cowboy hat.
It's not.
The shirt, the hat, they are pristine. They're super clean. You never see people in the Lost dressed in clothes that are this cared for.
Look, I know my Westerns, and you
I
say
was
he's
about
in a
to
black
say,
hat.
I'm like, why's he gotta be a black hat, man?
All right.
Okay.
But he's there. He's got big mustache. And well, glad to have you. Glad to meet your acquaintance. Come on up.
He
Meet
shakes
here
his
in my
hand.
office here.
Thanks, sir. So, I heard you needed somebody to do a job.
Like, yeah, I do. So yeah, we're gonna end up starting the conversation here. Yes, I've got a job. Heard y'all are able to do some good stuff. There's a couple members of the Bravo team who said y'all are good at stuff. Have this job. We'll get this worked out. Let's talk about what we can do for one another.
Yes, let's.
So we will lead off by having you make a leadership roll.
Okay. All right. I got 2 in that. So, how do you land in between numbers? That's good. Okay. That road, I barely touched it, and it rolled in a favorable direction. Oh, guys, I critted positive 10, 10, 10.
This is the time to
So,
do it. This is the time to do it.
yes.
Get it now. Get it now because we need it.
Yes.
Cool.
So yeah,
Cool.
I am critical success. It's all downhill from here, guys.
I don't know, dude. You tend to crit during negotiations. You tend to do well during negotiations. The rest of the time, it's dicey. Unless there's an old lady involved, you can kill her pretty quick. But
Yeah, that's it. It's an old guy. It's an old guy,
That's what
David.
it
Here we
is.
go. It's an old
Do
guy.
I was
Here
gonna
we
say
go.
Not
he is
hurt
over
Sam
your
Elliott.
age level. And I'm pretty sure that you guys just made a pact that anyone over a certain age has to like
yeah,
killed, right?
we
That's it. If
did
you end up-
make a little side pack, didn't we?
You end up with
This
gray
is your
hair.
chance. This is your chance.
Rigid is coming to
Casey.
gun you down. That's okay.
It's like do you guys remember Brave New World? You 65, you go into the wood chipper. Rigid is Brave New World here in the laws.
Jesus Christ, man.
Do we have to like start doing like Logan's Run jokes now too? Because like
Oh
that's,
wow.
that's- oh.
Oh my god.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay, composure regained. Yes, you are up here. You manage a crit, which is excellent. That means that there will be 5 rounds of negotiation.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because sometimes the negotiation can just end. Like we haven't even gotten to the end of it, but it's over. So
Yeah, if we start a negotiation and Rigid fails the roll, I roll a die. That's 1d10 divided by 2, so between 1 and 5 rounds, and I don't tell you how long the negotiations are going to go.
I'm glad I don't fail.
I'm glad you
a
didn't
lot.
feel this one so much.
Yes, so there will be 5 rounds of negotiations. There will be slots for 3 scams in between because Rigid is in there. He won't be able to do a scam.
Okay.
So wait, are you saying that if Rigid just called the dude on the phone, he could do his game?
No, because he has to be here to negotiate.
I'm just fucking with you.
That's-
I'm just
that's
fucking with you. He's like, yeah. I hear what you're saying. Let me put you on mute for like 15 minutes while I go run a scam. I'll be
Well,
right
goes
back.
out, like smacks every member of the Cowboys in the leg with
Yeah.
a crowbar.
Yeah. Dude,
That's the preacher's job there.
that's cold. That's cold. I mean,
I mean,
Longbow would do it, but that's cold.
Yeah.
True.
and I
Yeah.
mean, like, if anybody needs to get smacked in the leg with a crowbar to cripple the Cowboys, it's not. I feel like the horses are the easier bait, but that's bad. That's
Oh
bad.
yes,
That's
yeah,
not-
that's
We
not
can't,
work.
we
That's not
can't do
work.
it to the horse.
We're
That's
gonna
not
do the
gonna work.
Cowboys, yeah.
yeah.
And dude, Cowboys would be easy to mend. We just get them to a bar fight. They're all in jail anyway.
That's
They
true.
can't do it.
That's true. That's true. You can get-
The horses are ornery, so it'd be kind of a pain.
They
in the
are
ass.
They
ornery.
might kill you.
They might kill you.
If you guys read the description for ornery, an ornery horse does stun damage and kill damage and knockback. Like, no,
It's like having slugs on it. That's the same as a slug from a shotgun.
no. Do not pet an ornery horse.
And
kill you.
and there's an upgrade you can take where you recover humanity between jobs by spending time with your horse.
See,
I
That's
need
some-
a horse
see,
right now,
see.
please.
That's some like
We got 20 legs to steal a horse.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he will sit down here in
Can we
his
scavenge
office.
a horse? Sorry, I will stop and go back to my notes now.
He'll bring you in. He'll offer you a seat. He will actually he has like a little decanter. Like he actually has like booze, and he will like offer you a drink.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, hope you're a whiskey man. And he'll pour a little bit out into a glass, clink it
This
with you.
is actual whiskey, not
Yes.
the. Oh,
This is not the whatever they ran through car engine parts to make what they serve down in the bar. Like this is actual stuff. It is,
he'll take a sip
real
and
and
just like. Man,
I think he will get a bit of a smirk, like you see the mustache move.
hmm
You do it. I reckon it's probably been a while since you've had something like that.
Going on about 6 years.
It's been a long
So,
time for a lot of folks since they've had stuff like that. Now, I certainly hope you understand before we start talking too much depth here. He will reach over and on the desk there is like a Ubic tablet. He will turn it around and slide it to you, and it has like page of text and like a spot at the bottom where you're supposed to like use your finger to like sign your name.
Does it, what is this?
You know, working on stuff that's pretty important to the community here. And it's pretty important that the information stays safe. This is an NDA, non-disclosure agreement.
This is like rigid kryptonite.
Well, it's more
That's
of
Casey Kryptonite.
it's not Casey. I mean, it is Casey's kryptonite also, but it's also like Ridge is also kind of thinking like, we live in a lawless society. What? You know what? Sure. And he'll sign his finger real quick. Sure.
It's just
Before
you signing it, right? It's just you signing this?
It's just me signing it. But before I do that,
So, well,
Mike,
it's
is
marked
there-
like on behalf of the incidentals.
of course.
Yeah.
Let me look at this. There is. I got 2 in research. Could that be something that I can speed read to see what I'm signing as I'm signing it?
Oh, you can do it's party A agrees not to disclose information about the contract as such and such and da 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 da. Like it's a non-disclosure agreement.
It's a true.
Okay. It's exactly like if it were the real world before the crash, and you were like signing a contract with a company to do a deal. Like
so he's familiar.
It's exactly the same thing, but there is no court to enforce it. There is only dudes with guns,
and that's the thing. And we're just like, okay, the wall, and then he signs it.
like, all right, raise the glass to you again. You're like, tap the button, place the tablet, go to sleep.
A cold
Set it off to the
chill
side.
races down all of our spines down here below. As we know, the man who is going to break the NDA has signed the NDA, dooming us all.
Whistling in the distance, we hear the voice of Bobby Hill.
That's my purr. I don't know
you.
So, sir, can I call you sir? Sir, okay.
Sir's fine. Name's Jed. Mr. Jones, if you're nasty. He will sit down in the chair on the opposite side of the desk from you.
So,
like,
what are we doing here? What do you got me doing?
So how, the farmhands and I make our money. We own and we sell, we distribute all the grain in this elevator underneath us.
Mm-hmm.
Kept this enclave operating for 5 years now. I don't know if you're familiar with food storage. There's a limit to how long things can get saved. And we're sitting on a giant gold mine underneath us, and we ain't eating it fast enough to get through it all before it goes bad.
Right.
So I got a whole bunch of merchandise that on my behalf and on the behalf of my friends, I need to find a way to move. The first step of that is finding somewhere to move it to. We got train tracks out back. I think I know people who I can sell it to if I can get it to them. I just need to make sure that the train tracks to get there aren't optional.
So you want us to go and walk in tracks?
It's like, yeah. I need somebody who's going to be able to who's going to take your crew, who's going to head to the train yards in St. Louis, right across the river from DHQS Central. Find a path where I can send a bunch of cars full of this grain put it in those grain elevators in St. Louis, and I could sell it to the people in the lofts.
Seems easy enough, but that's a long way for a taker crew. And I'm gonna need some compensation on that. So what are we looking at?
Oh, did you mean the recession, Mike? Move it to St. Louis to sell it across the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a whole bunch of valuable grain and thinks he knows people to smuggle it into the recession to sell it.
And on top of that, you're asking us to go really close to some people who really don't like us. A little bit of
Well,
hazard in there.
I don't like anybody on this side of the wall. I understand.
Bummer.
I understand your trepidation.
So you can see why I'm asking, seeing what we can do about that.
Like I do. So let's discuss. Let's see what we can do. Let's figure out where Rigid can make a role here to manipulate the situation and see what happens.
So I'm gonna be persuasive. I'm gonna compliment him about his clothing, how it looks real nice. I'm gonna compliment, just thank him for the whiskey, and try to be complimentary of him. And tell him how good of a job he's doing keeping this enclave, keeping Elevation running. And everything he's doing for the good people down there. Really, kind of get into his ego.
Okay.
And use persuasion in that sense, if that works.
Yes.
Or
are you persuading, or are you like deceiving him into like how good the situation is under his lead? That's like.
I got a 2.
Yeah.
I got 2 in both of them, so I can definitely be blowing smoke up this guy's butt. Let me think of this. Yeah, actually, Rigid would be trying to do that. So
You're deceiving? Is that
yeah,
what
deceiving.
I'm hearing?
Yeah, I'm deceiving.
Actually, let me pull up something in the Legend Keeper real quick, because Legend Keeper, it's a great way to keep track of your quick access rules. I got a note with the negotiation and what each the skills are used for.
Oh, you want the contracts? No.
The negotiation screen, yeah. So yes, persuasion can be used to gain +1 on the sway tracker.
Oh, okay. So if you choose to use persuasion, you're getting +1 on the tracker.
Okay, persuasion.
Is that the deal?
Which is flail around for the rules again now. Oh.
Don't make me cross out one of these words again, guys. I've done it twice. Don't make me do it 3 times.
Don't write in pen.
That's
If
what
it gives
I
us a
don't
pl-
write.
I don't own anything
If it gets
else.
me to go
I don't
up,
know.
I'm gonna use whichever
Yeah.
one gets me to go up. So persuasion.
Yes. Okay.
And I got a 11 over 1.
11 over 1. Okay, cool. That is a success. Yes. 1 sway and 1 sway and negotiate. Okay. Yeah, no, that's understandable. It's nice to hear these kind words. I think he will mention there's other people who are out here who have been doing jobs for them and who've been offering to do jobs for them. There's a Google Drive link here. What am I don't have access. Nope. Okay.
Yeah, I heard about people talk sometimes, and I heard about these cowboys. Now, I don't know how much you know about the cowboys. These are adrenaline junkies out here. Do you really want somebody like that? I mean, really? Do you really want somebody like that going that close to the wall? You don't think they won't get a kick out of trying to rope some of them dudes off the wall? and dragging them behind the horses. They seem like that kind. I mean, you know, as a businessman to a leader, that just doesn't seem like good business to trust somebody like that. And again, persuasion.
Wait, don't
Or-
we do a
That's
scam?
Oh,
the
yeah,
one we
no.
just did.
Oh.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
something
yeah,
else that happens in between. He will
Yeah,
agree
my
with you on that. He will also like counter with like, yeah, go a lot faster on horses though. So,
Okay.
but yeah, now we're in scam time.
Oh, I got one. Okay.
Do I got
Let's
to make
keep some-
these? Do I got to make these cowboys mad again? What are you saying, Heather? You're just not picking up.
I said I can do it this time if that's what we have to do. I'm trying to look at contracts myself. So.
Okay.
Or scams, right?
yeah. Flashbacks to the cruise preparation to put one over on the client. Negotiator uses the fruits of the scam to gain more sway as bonuses on their rolls. It's the thing that happens so frequently. Oh, that's the thing that I was starting to look at. Look like. Thank you. We were talking about before about like the thing that happens, but it happens once every like 4 or 5 sessions, so it never clicks. Yes, we're in scam time. Who would like to do the first scam, and what would you like to do?
So we can either do intelligence gathering, so where we learn one of the client's spots, or
Mhm.
price manipulation. The scammer's
To drive up the
actions,
price.
add bounty to the equilibrium price equal to the natural black of their check. So
Right.
we can help push up the price, or we can give info to Casey to push on when he makes his roll.
So right now you are at value, which is that you get the value of both dice. So the price right now is at 10/20 for the job.
Didn't we say last time that price manipulation is good in the long run? Because doesn't that like end up adding more? Or what was
I think the intelligence
if
gathering
you
is
get
really
up to a
good
the
point,
intelligence?
because it allows us to move higher on the sway bar.
Mm,
Because the sway
Yeah.
is where we get things like getting our legs paid for, getting all the other stuff.
gotcha. Yeah.
right.
So
But
it's the
that
spots.
base price that the price manipulation does has a chance of like multiplying at a certain point in the sway tracker too.
Okay, got it.
We could do 1 intel and 2 price manipulation, depending on how it goes.
Or flip that to intel and 1 price manipulation.
Also, discourage competition could be good because
Yes.
One each?
that'll keep him from going down on his end. Because remember, we're all racing,
Yeah.
and he can use
Mm.
And
competition
then at
to
the
push
end,
down.
if there's still somebody to undercut with, it still knocks it down a notch. Yeah.
This may have been what we ran into last time. The scams section of Legend Keeper under jobs negotiation only has 2 bullets. And it sounds
Yeah.
like there are actually 3.
There's 5. There's partners in crime, negotiator support, discourage competition, price manipulation, and intelligence gathering.
Very
That's
useful.
a 3-2-3 in the book.
Thank you.
323. I will copy that over because all the stuff in Legend Keeper came in a quick start guide, so that might have been clipped down.
Oh, there
to
you
keep
go.
it simple there.
Mhm.
But I agree. Intelligence gathering early on is probably going to give us a lot of bang for a buck, and we probably want the last person to decide: are they going to do discourage competition or price manipulation? Right, depending on how things are rolling.
Someone
And
wants to gather some intelligence.
I think Longbow would be awesome at gathering some intel with some criminality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, finding out one of his spots. You know, everybody's got something they need, and Longbow's a bag man. This is like the thing that he can do that I don't get to play much because usually he's the shooter, which is great. But yeah, he's gonna go find out what this guy's into, what his soft spot is, or his weak spot.
Okay. So where are you going to do that? What's that look like?
I think that I am going to I think a lot of people around here know about what is his name? Jed.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people around here know about Jed. Everybody knows about Jed, right? But and Jed certainly has stuff that he cares about or stuff that he like protects. And so I think that Longbow is going to. I think with criminality, I'm kind of forced to do some breaking and entering or something like that in order to gain access to information. So I don't know what it is around down here that I could get access to, but that's kind of where I'd go, is trying to find uh, trying to break into either one of his contacts down here to get notes on him, or break into, like, if he has a safe place down here, trying to get in there and rummage around, see what I can learn about our guy here.
It does almost start to sound like it's more of a like research foresight, something along those lines.
Oh, okay.
Because like breaking into a place, especially down here, there's not going to be a lot of direct information. And even if we go in, then there's like,
Okay.
I'm in a place where there may be notes that I have to dig out.
Gotcha.
Kind of deal.
Okay. Yeah, I could do research. Research is just as good. So, oops, sorry. I'll roll research.
Okay.
Awesome. That is a 6/3.
Were you looking for weak, soft, or tough spots?
What benefits my negotiator the most? Is the answer to that?
And any one of them is going to have the same amount of sway.
It's the same benefit. Okay, then
Yeah.
I'll go for his tough spot.
Okay. Yes. So his tough spot is called no shoes, no service. And it's that there are other takers who are capable, but like his taker pool is like pretty limited, because it has to be people who are going to be able to go all the way out and make it all the way back. So it has to be somebody who's either capable of doing that trip and trustworthy enough to actually do it and not be like, oh, I found a place and I'm just going to stay out here.
Okay.
It's not that we're good. It's because we all have ties here. Sneaky bastard.
You gotta come back.
So I'm sorry. His tough spot is what's it called again?
No shoes, no service.
Okay.
I mean, that's a good thing to lean on in the negotiation, though. Is like, you know, cowboys they might catch a wild hare and just head out to Wyoming, open
True.
plains, ride their horses, maybe find some more horses. Apparently, they're really into horses. But us, we got family. You know, we'll come back.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's tattoos, there's paintings of horses in their office. Horses at the wazoo with these guys. What is it?
So yeah.
Horses and Bud Light signs.
One of them has a tattoo that says Henri on it.
I love how
It's
we're just
because horses-
tripling down on this.
That's
Horses don't say anything when you take a trip to Brokeback Mountain. They stay real quiet about it. They look away respectfully.
that's always good.
You asshole, you waited for me to drink before you said that second part.
I didn't.
So
I've
back
taken
to the
more than one online quiz that mentions the horse that looks away respectfully in Brokeback Mountain.
Yes.
I got questions.
Me too,
So-
honestly.
Yes. Let's get back to negotiations before I end up keeping you to negotiate all night long.
So real quick, so as we're hemming and hawing, he'd be like, what's best about us? I'm gonna tell you what's best about us. We got roots here. I have no interest of getting that close to the wall without my ash. And a lot of my people have a similar situation. Unlike some other people, like them cowboys. I mean, they seem to be more into being, well, lack of a better term, actual cowboys than actually doing any jobs. I mean, they could get up around that area. I mean, between you and me, back before all of this happened, I used to take a couple trips out to Missouri. Boring state. But to them, it could be the greatest adventure of all time. Love you, Mike. Rumor mill has it that there's some old truck stops still up and running out there in Joplin. I mean, they could find a whole new place and stay there and, live it up. Us? I got no interest in being that close. I want to come back. So you can count on us coming back. And that's a persuasion.
Okay. I think he will respond in kind. It's like, yeah, it's good to know that you guys have family here. I mean, you've been around the Enclave for a while. I want you to know that like this is an important job for the Enclave as a whole and the people who live here, including your loved ones. I think, in order to help make this a thing that's going to happen, he will open a drawer and he will bring out this electronic device.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I will give this to you guys. And it is an enhanced GPS device. So like when you're out and like Longbow has like the Ubix specs, he has a relative degree of accuracy when he's doing GPS stuff. And this is like accurate within centimeters. So for like keeping track of things, for marking locations, for all that kind of stuff, like this is like super high end for that kind of deal. It also has a couple of USB ports on it. So like it's possible to use it to recharge electronics on the road. And he's like, yeah, this is the kind of thing that's useful to people in your line of work. And also this would be, beneficial to me if you were out there using it to keep track of the information about the route for all this information that I need you to find out. Right?
Is this him trying to divert away from giving me more money, or is this
him offering that piece of equipment gives him an extra sway? Yeah.
That's a really good piece of equipment. Mike, I'm gonna make a petition for you because I'm trying to gain a will here. Because I feel like this hits my soft spot. Because he's like, that could get him an easier time for freedom. Like he sees it as an opportunity. Or I'm still, again, we're new at this, so I don't know if that's going to hurt me or not. Because if it does, I'm going to be like,
Well, that's the thing. If he has your spots, he can use those for sway against you also, right? Like,
you know what? Never mind.
Like, I'll give you the will, but he's going to know the spot. Like,
hold on.
So, just so I know where we are on the tracker right now, can we kind of map out, because we've done some plus sways, he's done some swaying. Where are we at?
Right now you're at value, which is the price of the job is the black and red values from the equilibrium roll, which is 10 bounty for the job.
Okay.
He'll be like, with all due respect, and that is a nice piece of kit, but I need that money. We need the money. And my boy Longbow is not only good. My boy Longbow has been a scout for a while. We'll get maps. I'll buy the maps, and we will keep detailed notes on the map. So it's
Are you
more.
trying to pass on the GPS gear?
Is that a thing I can do to try to get more
No.
bounty? All right, fuck. Then yeah, I'll take the GPS.
Because he's got maps for you. He's like,
Yeah.
so you don't have to worry about
Yeah,
maps. I
then
got
yeah, I'll
maps.
take
I can give you
I'll take the
maps."
GPS because it was all like in my mind. I was like, if I do this, I can't roll to get another sway for the end to get more. That's why I was
No, I
thinking.
think that's just a thing he's doing to boost his points. Like not
He-
really. Like
Okay,
Yeah.
well
He
then
always
yeah,
wins.
then yeah,
Whatever
he'll
he
be like,
tries
well,
to do, he always
then
wins.
I do apologize, everybody. I thought there was like a negotiation thing. I got caught up in my own mind in this game.
No, dude, you're
so.
right. You're right to do that. This Red Markets has kind of a worksheet, and
Mhm.
like they always win. Whatever they want to do to us, they always get it.
Yeah,
and
they
so-
always have one sway to spend per round, and they can do other things to give them more sway to try to push
Yeah.
back on the price.
Okay,
Him
so
him
he'll be
offering
like,
you the gear is one of those things that lets him push back on the price.
okay, so yeah, he'll take it. Be like, well, I appreciate it. And, my scout will be really good at this. This will really help us out.
He will agree with you, and we will make another roll to see how much sway you have, and then what happens on the chart.
Okay.
To the sway tracker.
do we want to do another? Another thing?
Well, it's
After
this roll and then this game.
Okay.
That is a 10/2.
10/2. Okay, that's a success. Which gives you 1, and you had his soft spot, so that is 2.
Do I
Which
spend my
has
extra will now, or do I save it? Well, how does crits work?
crits would give you 2 sway.
Plus the one with the, so that would give me 3 sway.
Yeah. I already clicked the thing for negotiate around on the
Oh,
tracker,
all
so
right.
if you
Well,
want to do it
never
next
mind.
round.
Nope,
cool.
nope. Yeah,
Okay.
next round. Yeah, my fault. I just remember I forgot like in the very beginning of this game you hit me over the head and I just
Yeah.
hit. I looked down and I was like, oh yeah.
So yeah, right now you are at labor, which is you will be paid 10 bounty plus your breakpoint.
Okay.
If I
And
find the right thing in the thing. So total right now that would be 24 bounty. And we get to have another scan.
So
is there scams we can do to like undercut his sway kind of deal?
Bots.
It's
Like to give him less sway, or
The
spots
give us that.
Yeah, things move on the chart based on the number of sway that are in play, and then whoever has more sway ends up pushing it their direction, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if you have one and he has one, and you're up against one another right now, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Price
fair.
stays where it is. If he has 2 and you have 1, everything's going to go down a notch. If you have 2 and he has 1, it'll go up a notch. But it's more about stacking the pluses instead of negating.
I think the thing we talked about last time is adding a D10 to the price is not as good as pushing it into doubling the price.
Right. That's what I was saying. The
And so,
spots early are super important because they move the box. Right. And if we have some like spare left over, maybe we discourage competition or price manip. But the first thing is get those boxes as high as we can.
So I think we need another spot for this round for a scam.
Yeah.
Just keep the pressure up.
I can do some intelligence gathering if that's okay, but that would leave you in price manipulation. Is that
that's fine?
Okay. So yeah, the ranch hands are all up here. I think I'm kind of following what kind of David was doing with, he doesn't do all of his own dirty work, obviously. So can I
yeah, you can find other people who have like met him and talked to him and worked for him before. Like the NDA means they're not talking about what they did on jobs, but like people have interacted with him to find out more about him.
What I kind of want to do, and not that I'm just pulling it straight from the book or anything, is one of like his assistants or something kind of tailing them to, I can't do sensitivity. I would like to see like what his assistants get up to. assist if he has one, or and see if that leads us into some info about like one of his spots. Maybe he has to go buy some special meat or some shit. I don't know.
He's really into that emu meat. It's just
Mhm.
everywhere. It's wild now out in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
They're fast and ornery birds, so they've survived in the loss.
To keep it real short on this, have I told y'all the emu story? I think I've
Have
told
I
y'all.
told you my emu story?
Okay.
Can we tell? Wait,
multiple
can,
emu stories?
At the end,
can we tell them later? Because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have
no,
a
no,
bed, I have a
that's
bedtime. So
Yeah. No, we gotta
yeah.
try to wrap things up.
So can I roll either a stealth to follow a guy to get a spot, or an awareness to watch a guy in order to get a spot?
I think there is the opportunity to follow his assistant somewhere and then like use awareness to like overhear the conversation.
Okay, I'll roll sneak. That is 8 on the die. Sneak 10/9.
10/9. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he has an assistant. She comes down from the thing. She's like her family lives down here. Like she's not rich enough to be like up on top of the grain elevators. So you hear her in the bar with her partner. And I think the conversation eventually comes around to the thing that has driven him to be very vocal. The thing that people have seen him get into arguments with other people before is that his weak spot is called "Ain't No Country Bumpkin," and he flips out on people who assume that he is not smart enough or bright enough or sophisticated enough to know what he's doing just because he's a farmer from Oklahoma. Right, like he's not city educated. He didn't go to a college, but he will. And when people like kind of try to throw that in his face, like he tends to blow up with them.
Cool.
You know, and so Richard would be sitting back. He's like, you know what, sir? Gotta say, you gotta be pretty. I mean, this whole little thing you're trying to get us to do, that's pretty forward thinking. Pretty smart of you. You know. And I always find it fascinating. See, I'm a city kid, right? But I got an uncle who used to raise cattle back out there in Colorado, right? And man, people always called him a country bumpkin, didn't know no better, know nothing. But let me tell you what, by the end, before all of this happened, he retired. He got to spend a couple of years before all this went sideways. I don't know where he's at right now. But he retired with millions of dollars. Self-taught, hardworking, save his money, pension, self-learning. You know, I see a lot of that in you. I think that's why I respect you. You know what I'm saying?
He will accept the compliment, like grin at you. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's good to hear about your uncle. Sounds like he and I would have gotten along. He takes a sip of the drink.
I mean,
He
he's
sets
the
it
reason
down
why I
on his-
like whiskey. And he takes a sip also.
And he will set it down on the desk. It's like, and I've heard good things about your crew. He's like, but also, and he kind of like sets his hand on top of the tablet. I've heard one thing that was not so great about your crew. That's kind of important in this context.
Yeah.
And I think you know who and what I'm talking about.
Under his breath, he's like, fucking hippies. All right, how do I combat this?
That is his play
Yeah.
here. That is
Yep.
him using your negative rep spot against the crew.
Mm.
And then you get to make your roll for persuasion, and you get an extra
Okay.
+1 swipe when you're getting your outcomes.
All right, so That is a 2. I mean, a 8/3, and I'm gonna go ahead and spend my will you gave me to make that a crit.
Oof. Okay. Shoot, I did that the wrong way. No, and I'm still doing it the wrong way. Okay, no.
Well. Consequences of my actions.
We tried real hard to fix it, but
Okay.
two people
Now
died.
I've got it.
Fucking hippies.
Okay. Now I got the sway tracker fixed again. Okay. Right now you're at hazard pay. Black plus red, which is 10, plus your breakpoint for 14, plus 1 per taker per leg. That is
80?
104
Can you-
for the whole.
Can you do the math for me again? I'm sorry, I was laughing at chat and wasn't paying attention.
It is 10 from the original base price, from the price of the job, plus your breakpoint, which is 14 for the crew, plus 1 per taker per leg. So that is 4 times 20 legs for 80, bringing the total right now to 104 bounty for the job.
Hey, Ethan, you want to break some legs?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think. Is that like?
Are we in
So
hazard
what
pay
is
yet?
what is undercutting? I think we just got the hazard pay, right?
Okay.
For the
It keeps him from going down. Like, it keeps him from pushing me down.
right. If we get rid of the competition, right?
I don't think it is competition. I mean, he could be. I know we're like in a mechanics
I'm just talking.
talk.
Yeah, I'm just talking mechanically. I don't know about the like narratively how it works out, but like.
You know what?
Mechanically, if we
that
don't
does
do
the thing.
something to eliminate the Cowboys, then when we wrap up, there's a roll, and then if it doesn't go your way, then everything ticks down another notch because they undercut you and you have to drop your price.
Okay, so we don't want that.
Well, so
Yes.
I think there's two possible outcomes here.
Hmm.
Either you go for his third spot and
Mhm.
try and help push us up into 100% markup.
Yeah.
Or you go into getting rid of the competition that would prevent us from sliding back down. The net result could be the same.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to push this up. I think that'd be better. And,
Yeah, because we risk being at 100% markup if you succeed and then he fails to do the undercutting.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is that right, Mike? If
Yes,
Ethan is successful here and plus, okay, got it. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, there is still more room to go up the chart for you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think because I mean, yeah, if it's just one extra tick down, if we push up as high as we can, one tick down isn't a big deal. Like we could probably push higher than we could get pulled down.
Yeah.
If we keep using the spots. So
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
trust your
I'm gonna go for a
judgment, so.
spot.
And this is your last scam, but there are 2 more rolls.
And then the last one, right?
And then the leadership one for like, do you get undercovered?
Yeah.
But there's 2 more manipulating the sway tracker rolls to happen still.
All right, then yeah, let's get rid of it.
Okay, then actually let's pause here. We're at hazard pay.
Mhm.
There's 2 more rolls that you can make, rigid, that could move us just on your own skill alone. Could move us up to markup or expensives.
Yeah.
I have.
Oh, good. Good.
This is part of that, but you're spending will to make things a crit. Does that mean that you will not have that will?
The will he spent was the one from the tough spot.
Yeah, I got hit with a tough spot
So
earlier.
he's still got like what his
But
max.
I
was.
still got my two.
He earned one earlier, but like that one's gone for the job.
Okay.
Mhm.
So if the leadership role at the end should go bad, though you will be without it within the legs, you'll
I
have
mean-
it. You can flip the role.
And that's what I
Yes.
plan on. I honestly plan on doing that because
need to.
we got probably 3 sessions. I'm sure at some point I am going to hit one of my spots to get my wheels back.
Yeah,
Like,
and if we're getting paid that much, you got a little wiggle room.
I got wiggle room.
Got a little
So
wiggle room to owe some money to some people.
So my
But-
the reason why I was going down this thread of like you have 2 roles where you could push us up. If we don't manage the competition, if Ethan, you don't manage the competition, we will slide down 1, right, Mike? It's not like a chance we'll slide down.
May slide down 1. There's a roll at the end
Okay.
for like, does the undercut happen or not?
Okay, got it. Okay. Fair
So
enough.
that's like if you fail the leadership role, right? You get undercut.
yeah,
So then simply succeed on the leadership role. It's that easy. So
oh yeah.
and then it'd be like,
Then get-
you know,
All right.
this
All right,
game
cool.
didn't do
He
anything.
hasn't,
Cool.
hasn't failed at any of them so far, right?
All right.
Yeah.
I love it. All
Cool.
right.
So I'm gonna go for a spot.
Oh, this interesting tidbit that just came in hot off wire.
Yes.
You can use an intimidate check to end negotiations early. Maybe we shouldn't do that with like the leader of all of the enclave, but
I'm not
Just-
intimidated.
Well, that's to be like, we're either deciding this right now or I walk kind of deal, right? And that's like, okay, we decide right now rather than having more conversation where things may go one way or the other. It's not necessarily like,
Okay.
give me money. Like,
Yeah. It's a. I'm ready to take it or leave it. Right here, as we
Yeah.
are.
I'm
Yeah.
threatening to walk as an option, and good luck with the Cowboys.
I'm gonna do the scam to find a spot so we can try to push up on the track. So that way we
Okay.
can comfortably end early if we would want to. Right. Get us as high as we can as soon as we can.
Okay.
So I think it's just like looking for information. We know his tough spot and his soft spot, right?
We did weak spot
Weak spot.
and
and tough spot.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So-
I'm gonna
tough
get the
spot,
other
tough
one.
spot.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm gonna
soft
get the
spot
other
is the other.
Yeah, I'm trying. How would one find something like that out?
There's options for using research, foresight, sensitivity.
I'll do foresight. Just kind of a,
Okay.
being somebody who's a little.
Yeah, it's listed in here as like using foresight or sensitivity to have observed him when he's around the enclave.
Yeah, so just in being a ministry, you pick up on things, right? That's your job,
Yeah,
is to pick up on
fair.
things. So, yeah, we'll see. And that is an 11/6.
11/6. That's a success.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so his soft spot is family man. He has probably the most money, or definitely the most money of anyone in the enclave, and the most money of anybody you've heard in any enclave, probably. And a significant portion of it goes to creature comforts for his family, for his wife, for his kids, for taking care of them, for buying them things, for keeping them happy, for trying to give them as much of a normal life as possible, even that you live inside a wall to avoid the zombie hordes.
Yeah. So there you go. Lean on that. I think, selling all that grain in the recession buys a lot of basketball hoops for little Timmy or whatever. I don't know. What do kids like?
Well, he's trying to give him
tech decks.
He's trying to give him the pre-apocalypse life with which they have grown accustomed.
So tech
right?
decks.
Yeah.
So just a bunch of tech decks.
Yeah.
Like the little skateboards. Just a
Yeah.
bunch of them.
Okay.
Little finger
Oh, they're actually
skateboards.
on
Thank you for the
comeback.
clarification, because I had
6,000
no
of
idea
those.
what you were talking about.
It's Beyblades.
Yes.
So
Pokemon
Deacon knows
cards.
all about Beyblades. Moses
All
part
the
of the Red
Pokemon
Sea with a
cards.
Beyblade, if you guys didn't know that.
Oh my
according to the
god.
show.
So what was the soft spot called? I'm sorry.
Family man.
And that's just caring about
Yeah, he goes to
Family.
great lengths to care for his family and to make sure that all their creature comforts are taken care of.
So, as you know, they're sipping on the whiskey. He's looking around his office, and I'm sure he's probably got pictures of his
Oh, there's
kids.
pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him in
And
the wallet too. Has to see the ones in the wallet.
Rigid's gonna be like, "That's right, you are a family man, aren't you?"
He will like he's there. It's like in this like big like leather high back wingback chair,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll like kind of like turn and like look at the pictures and like yeah.
Man,
Wife,
get it.
little Timmy, 2 daughters.
oh, you know what? Because I know me. I bet you're the shotgun father, right? You know, making sure that your daughters will get back home. I get that. I had a sister. My dad was a lot like that. But you know, I get that. Getting all this grain to help them keep comfortable. You know, me and Ash, we've been talking. Want to start a family, but we want to start it over the wall. But I understand your plight too. You kind of want to give them all the comfort in the world. So I respect that. I'm willing to help you out here. You know, from one future family man to a family man, I get where you come from. I get how you do business, and I'm willing to help you out on this. You know, and he just smiles. He's like, giving compliments. Asking to see the pictures of the kids, and
Yeah.
trying to ask for fatherly advice for a potential future father. Trying, really working that angle of family and understanding, and
Like,
really
well, I
working
don't
it.
maintain a weird fetishistic violent streak of control over my daughter's bodies, but I understand where you're coming from.
Hey, look, man.
Like,
That's so good.
Why do you have to just punch me in the stomach when I'm trying to go with the trope? Appreciate you.
It's a woke. That's a woke cowboy.
That's a woke man right there. Just,
He's here to wake up the range, there, partner.
wow.
yeah. He's like,
He
but I
ain't got
do
no high
appreciate
school,
it.
but he reads the right internet forums.
I've never met a woke cowboy in my life out here, Mike. And 2021, our Lord.
Hey,
I go to
it's like
Oklahoma.
45 good, easy by the time it's here. It's
Fair enough.
years to
Even the
come to
cowboys are
grips.
woke in the future.
All right,
Yes.
but yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Don't tell that to the Republicans.
Yeah. He's like, but I appreciate what you're saying there. Like I know, past troubles aside with like people who you've dealt business with, I know you've got kind of a reputation for being a little high-minded, maybe having your heads in the clouds a little bit. But I can see where it's trying to come from a good place. It's just make sure that you don't let things get too out of hand if you're going to be out here taking this job.
I got a good crew, and we run a tight ship. When we're out there, it's business and business only.
That is him playing your weak spot against you.
Yep. Do I get my will back for that one?
No,
Or is that not?
okay. That's not you. It's not you putting yourself in danger over your weak spot. It's him manipulating the conversation because he.
So is that a thing that can be resisted? Is this the ones that can be resisted for the spots? Because I've seen this in chat.
Yes.
Yes, that what I was just like. Wait. Let me scroll my chats. Rep spots are like gift spots.
High Shelf Gaming chat where we go to learn our own game.
The game we're supposed to know how to run because
yeah,
it's a huge book and I can show it to you and lift it and like stroke the cover, but like yeah.
So what do I need to resist on that?
Well, for a resistance roll, it's 6 stress.
Yes.
Minus your highest
minus
die.
1d6.
Minus your highest die,
Those rolls we know. Let's go back to
resisting with insight.
Rigid can roll deception and pretend to not give a shit. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for
And
your
then that's
input.
what,
You'll get to make it
and
so
that's
much
what I
easier.
will do.
Okay.
That's what I
And
will
then we've
do.
got, and see, because we got the spot, we have +1 sway, so we don't need the extra one, I guess, kind of deal. So
Got a 12/3.
There it is.
Okay.
my
And-
head in the clouds, please.
Well, it's gonna come off like, look, man, this is a brass tacks, sir. My team is gonna get the job done, and I'm coming home. When I'm out there, I'm focused. You don't have to worry about that with me. Here, yes, I'm a little dreamy, little heads in cloud, but out there, where I can get killed, and me being dead doesn't do Ash any good, I'm all business. So you don't have to worry about that. So, and
And that is
And just to clarify, he uses deception to defend against the spot being used against us, but cannot, in the same token, use that deception to move us +1 sway.
No, we have +1 sway from our spot, so we still come out on top when it comes to sway.
Okay.
Because of the scam.
Okay, cool. I was just making, because in the thing it says negotiation charm skill is deception, can be used to gain +1 sway, and also used to do defend against use of spot. So I didn't know if by using deception he's getting both of those benefits or just one. Makes sense that he's getting just one because it's red markets, but I thought
That's
I'd
red
ask.
market. Oh,
I still have to make the roll
So
deal.
you have another bonus on your
Oh.
roll,
so you can get,
but
okay.
you still have to you're doing the persuasion to convince him that you're still like the right guy for the job.
That's what I was making sure of. I was like, is he spending his talkie combat round in defending? Does he not get to make an attack? But he does get to make an attack. He gets to persuade or sway, which is great.
You fell
This-
for my
this
trap
isn't
card.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, well, I just said this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, like
Apparently
we
it
were
is.
on the same wavelength. 9/8.
An attack
8?
and defense position at the same time. It's wild. What is this, Zexel or whatever? I don't even know. What even is Yu-Gi-Oh?
What did you roll? I'm sorry.
He succeeded.
Yeah, 9/8.
Oh man.
We got all the sway now.
Yes. So right now we are sitting on 100% markup.
So we had how many sway that round? Because there was +1 for Jed spot, and then +1 for the
Judd has a
persuasion.
+1. I have a +2, and then I rolled. So yeah.
Okay. I think I did it wrong, and I think you actually move up another one.
Yeah. Because I won that, so that should move me up. So we had 10, so I should be inexpensive.
Expenses.
Oh, sorry. The dice. Whether or not you end up at expenses depends on the roll at the end of the thing. The leadership roll at the end of the negotiation.
Okay.
So we're at the highest we can get right now is at 100% markup, and we can't get any more
until we find out what happens with the leadership roll at the end.
Right.
Yes.
And there's no room for us to do more scams, to put more money in the pot, or any of that kind of junk.
Right.
So you should probably end the negotiations now.
Just end it now.
Yeah.
Take us
So,
home.
Richard would be smiling like, look, man, I've enjoyed our conversation, and I sure as heck enjoyed the whiskey. Appreciate it, but time is money. So let's just cut to the brass tacks. We seem like two serious businessmen. Do we have a deal? And he puts out his hand. And I guess I'll roll intimidation.
Yeah.
I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, do we have a deal? Because if not, I got places to be. And right, like it's over.
That's a good time to roll that number. That's a real good time to roll double tens.
I'm just gonna say, I'm just reading the description here. Intimidation can be used to end negotiation early with a threat to walk away. Work in a spot to move and end in negotiations in the same turn. I don't think we get to do that, but damn.
We've already hit
spent
all the spots, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay. So yes, we end negotiation here. Right now you're at 100% markup. And then we do a final leadership roll.
Let's get money.
Do we have Casey? Okay, yes.
Oh, that's excellent. 11 over 5.
Or 5.
That's
Okay,
the-
that is a
that's the leadership.
success.
That's the
Yes.
leadership role.
Mike,
Yep.
If I crit, does that just stop him from pushing me down?
He can't
Or-
push you down. This isn't push you
Okay,
down
okay. I
anymore.
just want to, because
This is just to decide, like, is it
Yeah,
100% markup or is it for expenses, which is like you
Gotcha.
don't want.
So would a success push us up to expenses, or would a crit push us up to expenses?
Okay, so hold on. On the last round, on a success, black moves to the right and parallel with the red.
Yes. Sorry,
On failure,
I
the
clicked.
red
I clicked the
moves.
thing in the worksheet and it did it. So yes,
Okay.
you are at
Please.
expenses, 100% markup plus upkeep for the crew. So like you're not gonna have to pay for your upkeep after the job is done.
Nice.
Total bounty earned will be 132.
damn, should have negotiated for the horses.
They're not his.
They're not his horses.
What do you?
He runs the enclave. He's a black cat. He doesn't care.
They're
Tell
his
you what, bro.
horses now.
Tell you what, bro. I'll take this deal right now if you go and kill all the cowboys and hand me their fucking horses. It's a good deal, right?
It's a pretty good deal.
What are expenses considered?
That's upkeep, so we don't pay upkeep on any of our gear.
Basically, next time when you come home from the job, you're not gonna pay the money for your dependents, and you're not gonna pay the upkeep on your gear.
So we get to keep everything we're getting paid.
Yes.
So what does the 100? I'm so sorry. 100% markup do? Does that?
Double the base price.
That adds on to
Which
the
was
base price
10 to
and
20.
so that now it is 132.
Okay, thank you.
132, and we keep all of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I thought my last negotiation was a good negotiation.
Dude, this is the way to do it.
That's like
20 legs,
Yeah.
though, guys.
Yep.
that's like 30. That's 33 bounty apiece. When we get back.
If we make it back.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
And
it.
if we die, that's even better. That's drama.
It's drama. It's
It's
content. It's content. All right.
It's 20
Oh.
legs, but you get to trade one for a character scene. So it's only 19 legs.
Maybe we can find some more coked up
I
truck
was about to say,
drivers carry
where's
us.
that
I
trucker
was like,
Yeah.
scene where
I
we get
have
to
a
skip
feeling.
all the legs?
Dear,
I have a
dear
feeling
Flapjack and Boz, where are
We
you?
have
I
to
was like-
we have to find a blind seer that's using a hand cart down the tracks. Like, oh
That's
brother,
right.
where art thou?
That's right. That's right.
And he'll
Mhm.
carry us the rest of the way.
All we gotta do is just sit and ride.
I'll pack my Dapper Dan, just hair pomade to.
I'm a Dapper Dan man.
I'm a Dapper Dan man.
Oh my god. So
Yeah.
Is there anything left to do in the negotiation, or have we wrapped it?
No, we have wrapped up negotiations. So we have a contract. We know what to do. I have actual railroad maps to throw into Discord. So you can
Nice.
check
I'm sure you
those.
do. I'm sure you do.
Yes. And then next time, we figure out if there's anything else you need to do here in the Enclave before you hit the road.
I think that since all my upkeep is paid for, it's time for me to buy some stuff.
Your next round of upkeep is paid for.
Hey,
and then
dude,
the stuff
that's
you
great.
buy, you're gonna have to pay for later anyway,
I
right?
can sell it
Until
later.
we sell it, yeah.
I can sell it later. I just you know what
Buy
it
it
is.
while
You know
it's
what it
paid
is.
for.
It's
sell
that Walmart return policy is what I'm using right here. I'm just gonna buy it, use it for 30 days, 29 days, return it to the game master.
It's gonna take us
for
more than
full
30
price.
days to go 20 legs both ways.
It's-
Hopefully they got a 90-day warranty.
Look, returns department. I see there's some scuffs on it. They were there when I bought it.
Old Steve doesn't deal in like new guns.
Yeah.
Where do you think these are coming from? He ain't making them. That's
All right.
Oh my god,
This is
dude!
fun.
Well done, Casey.
Yes.
My god,
Good job,
Press.
Casey.
Woo.
This is
you
why
guys,
we made
you guys
Casey the
give
talker.
Rigid so much shit, but then we get paid.
Mhm.
I'm a necessary. What's the Nicolas Cage movie? War. I'm a necessary evil.
Oh yeah, Lord of War. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Yeah. Well, that's solid. Well, cool. Do we have anything else to do
Yes.
in our game tonight, or should I find somebody to raid?
not here tonight. What can we aim the raid machine at?
Yeah.
Who's there? Who's out there?
You know what? Wombletastic is going,
Yep,
and
got
we
the-
love Wombletastic.
Oh, Disco Elysium.
What is this?
That's a
What-
fun game.
Oh, sweet. Is that?
It's
okay.
like, it's wild.
All right.
I don't even
So-
know how to explain it. Just go watch.
So okay.
I've read about it before and never gotten to play it, but it sounds
Closing
Just right, yeah.
announcements. Since we've got so many lovely people here. Obviously, this is High Shelf Gaming. I'm David, Mike, and Katrina, and Ethan, and Casey. We're all here. We love playing games. This is Mike's game that we play on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are kind of Mike's slot, so whatever game Mike wants to run is what we play. It's pretty awesome. Tomorrow night, our friends, the Consave, they're going to be running Tomb of Annihilation, and then on alternating Thursdays, back here we play.
Urban
What is the name?
Shadows.
Urban Shadows. Thank you. I was like Underdark something. No, Urban Shadows. So we play Urban Shadows here every other Thursday, and then on Saturday we have some kind of free play stuff that we're going to be doing. We just wrapped up Chapter 1 of Mass Effect, so we're kind of figuring out what to do with our Saturdays. Otherwise, we are going to be at Gen Con. I'll be doing a bunch of stuff with Artel Sorian for Cyberpunk Red, running a GM panel at Gen Con this year, and Artel Sorian will be there, Wandering DM will be there, the Consave, and Patrick from Two Brothers Gaming will be there. It'll be a really big panel of people just talking about modern GMing for modern and dystopian future games. So I'm really, really pumped for all of that stuff. Other stuff that we're doing, guys. Did I miss anything? Talking about
Hang out on Discord.
Yeah,
Facebook group.
join our Discord. Yeah,
all
join
the
our
things.
Discord's
Listen,
super
Apex.
active compared to the Facebook group.
Play
These
some Apex.
days. But yeah, hook up and let's do some stuff. I'm gonna hit the raid button. We're gonna go over to Mr. Wombletastic. Womble is a good buddy of ours. He's over in New Zealand, so he's got that like killer accent, and he's just playing fun video games all the time.
It's just fun. He's just fun.
He's a good human. So yeah, we're gonna roll over there, give him some emotes, give him some love, and watch him, adventure in gaming land. So as always, everybody, thanks a ton for watching and have fun. Play well.
May all your rolls be crits.